The Marvel Knight. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 251, House Purchase Troubles, continued. Uncle Frank saw that Lu Nian didn't know anything, so he simply stopped asking Lu Nian's opinion. Lu Nian had a budget of $20 million, which was enough to buy a good house in the center of New York. Since he had money, Uncle Frank decided to buy a villa in Manhattan. The price was not expensive, just over $10 million. Anyway, it was Lu Nian's money, so Uncle Frank didn't feel bad at all. Uncle Frank's house buying speed was absolutely swift and resolute. Uncle Frank and Lu Nian came to the sales center. Because the two people came by taxi and were dressed very ordinary, which was very inconspicuous on the street, the people in the sales center didn't think highly of them, and no one came up to greet them. Lu Nian and Uncle Frank were accustomed to this situation. The United States is such a country, a paradise for the rich and a hell for the poor. Uncle Frank shouted with his loud voice, "I want to buy a villa, full payment." The next second, the entire sales center was silent. All the sales ladies began to look at Lu Nian and Uncle Frank again, and came to a surprisingly consistent conclusion that the two of them could not afford the villa. So Lu Nian and Uncle Frank continued to be ignored. This was intolerable. Uncle Frank walked straight into the sales manager's office. Several security guards who blocked the way were knocked to the ground by Uncle Frank. "Who are you? Why did you break into my office? We want to buy a villa, but no one in the sales hall paid attention to us, so we had to come to you." The sales manager: "You want to buy a villa? Have you found a house type? The biggest one? Are you sure?" "Sure, full payment. It's best to complete the procedures today." "No problem." Fortunately, the sales manager was not a snob and agreed to Uncle Frank's request. Otherwise Uncle Frank would probably get angry today. This sales manager had the same experience as Lu Nian and Uncle Frank, so he worked hard to climb up and didn't want to continue to be discriminated against. In the end, he climbed to the position he is today. Therefore, the sales manager also attaches great importance to the requirements of ordinary people, because he was once an ordinary person. But Uncle Frank did not disappoint him. The house purchase contract was quickly prepared, and Lu Nian signed it without even looking at it. During the whole house purchase process, Lu Nian knew nothing. He just followed Uncle Frank to look at the house and then signed the house purchase contract. After signing the contract, the next step was to pay the house price. Uncle Frank took Lu Nian's bank card and paid it all at once. At that moment, all the sales staff in the sales center looked at Uncle Frank with incredible eyes. Of course, there was a trace of regret in their eyes. This order had a commission of at least hundreds of thousands of dollars, all of which were given to the sales manager at a low price. After all the procedures were completed, Lu Nian and Uncle Frank officially moved into the newly purchased villa. Lu Nian's eyesight was not bad, and he could see at a glance that the villa bought by Uncle Frank was absolutely top-notch. This villa is located in the northern part of Manhattan, with a single-family area of nearly 400 square meters. After discount, the total price is $18 million, and the average price per square meter is more than $50,000. When Lu Nian saw this price, he was shocked. $18 million? Uncle Frank, are you crazy? Buying such an expensive house? If you have money, you should learn to enjoy it. Lu Nian, don't you have $20 million? I also specially left $2 million for you. No need to leave it for me. I actually have $10 million in my card. If I had known, I would have bought something more expensive. Upon hearing this, Lu Nian was immediately frightened and waved his hands and said, "Don't." "Uncle Frank, this villa is already very good. If you think it's good, I still want to try and live in a better one. Anyway, it's not my money. Half of the $20 million belongs to Uncle Frank. Don't think I don't know. The $20 million is all for you." How did Uncle Frank know? "If there is a task, most people will definitely entrust it to me, not to you. Since this task is entrusted to you, it means that the other party doesn't care about my existence at all. So this money must be for you. Awesome, of course. Although the uncle is old, the uncle's heart is not old at all. The villa that Lu Nian bought was luxuriously decorated. There was no need to buy any furniture or appliances in the villa. It was ready for immediate move-in. Because Lu Nian and Uncle Frant were both rough and lazy, this kind of ready-to-move-in house was most suitable for them. Uncle Frant, we just moved into a new house. How about having something nice to celebrate? I'll make lunch. We don't have any ingredients at home. Let's go out and buy some now. That's too much trouble. Let's go out and eat ready-made food. You little brat, you just want to spend money recklessly, don't you? Uncle Frant, I'm busy this afternoon and don't have time to eat at home. What are you busy with? Starting a company. Internet company? Yes. Are you sure you can make money? Of course. And the kind that makes a lot of money. Just you alone? And my friend. I think it's okay. Young people, you have your own things. Uncle can't keep up with you. Uncle Frant, how about you come and join in the fun? Forget it. What can I do if I go there? I don't know anything except killing. In the army, I didn't learn anything else except killing. Uncle Frant, you can't say that. In fact, you know a lot of things. Driving, cooking, washing clothes. Upon hearing this, Uncle Frant immediately glared at Lu Nian fiercely and asked, Lu Nian, am I your family's nanny? Lu Nian replied in a low voice, almost, bah, you little brat, you really don't treat your uncle as an outsider? Uncle Frant, you are my only relative. Of course I won't treat you as an outsider. Doesn't Uncle Frant think so? Of course I think so too. Lu Nian, since we are going out to eat, why are you still sitting there? Let's go, after dinner. Buy a few cars and come back. The garage at home is too empty. Okay, you can't drive. You don't have a driver's license. Can't I take a test? It's not too late to drive after you pass the test. Now Uncle will help you experience it and see which car is good to drive. Upon hearing this, Lu Nian subtly gave Uncle Frant a middle finger. Chapter 252 Starting a Company. Uncle Frant spent $1 million generously and bought 5 cars at once, filling up the empty underground garage. Sports cars, sedans, SUVs, RVs, pickup trucks, all kinds of cars. Lu Nian did not express any opinions throughout the whole process. Occasionally, he would raise some opinions, but Uncle Frant would reject them on the grounds that Lu Nian did not have a driver's license. This made Lu Nian very depressed. After buying the car, Uncle Frant took Lu Nian, got on the newly bought sports car, and went straight to the nearest Walmart supermarket to shop. There are 2 large refrigerators and a large freezer in the villa, which are enough to hold the food for 2 people for a week. At noon, Uncle Frant personally cooked a table of sumptuous food to celebrate the 2 people moving into a new home. During the meal, Uncle Frant also opened a bottle of red wine, eating the sirloin steak made by Uncle Frant and drinking the 2002 Lafite. Lu Nian's stomach felt a strong sense of satisfaction. Lu Nian, go and start your own company this afternoon. I'll enjoy myself in the villa. Hearing this, Lu Nian rolled his eyes at Uncle Frant. Uncle Frant, what's there to enjoy? We're all going to live here for a long time. Freshness. Do you understand? Lu Nian sneered at Uncle Frant's trick. Uncle Frant, you see there are more rooms in the villa now. You might as well consider finding me an ant. Bah. A dog can't spit out ivory. But you're already 16 years old. In adolescence, you should find a girlfriend to take care of you. Uncle Frant, have you forgotten? I had a girlfriend before. What about now? Sooner or later, I'm not in a hurry. When I start my internet company, there will be many beautiful women throwing themselves at me. TSK, you're daydreaming. Uncle Frant didn't agree with Lu Nian's statement. In the end, Uncle Frant stayed in the villa to enjoy himself, while Lu Nian went out to start his company. Lu Nian first came to the secret base to discuss the establishment of a company with Number 1. With Number 1's powerful ability, it was easy to develop several computer software. There was no need to set up new servers, as the servers in the secret base were sufficient to support global use. For Lu Nian, this was a business with no capital investment. Number 1 neither agreed nor opposed Lu Nian's proposal to start a company. For Number 1, there was only obedience. As long as Lu Nian had a request, Number 1 would obey unconditionally. After negotiating with Number 1, Lu Nian quickly spent $1 million to register an internet company called Lane. Lane is the abbreviation of the first letters of Lu Nian's name. Lu Nian gave all the subsequent matters to Number 1, from brand promotion, to product development, to fee-based operation. Lu Nian became a hands-off boss, lying down and counting money. The first software of Lane Internet Company was a firewall, Lane Firewall. In the internet age, hackers are rampant and the internet is full of dangers. If there is no powerful firewall software in the computer, it is simply a lamb to be slaughtered in the internet world. With his strong personal ability, Number 1 developed the most powerful firewall software on Earth, which can block all hackers in the world, except Number 1 himself. It took Number 1 less than 5 minutes to develop this firewall software. Number 1 first put this Lane firewall software on the internet for everyone to download for free. At the same time, Number 1 used his ability to advertise this Lane firewall all over the internet. Anyway, it's all black, so why not use it? Lane Firewall quickly occupied the advertising space and pop-up windows of major websites around the world. Faced with such brutal propaganda, many users downloaded Lane Firewall with a try-it-out mentality. From this moment on, the workload of spy departments in various countries increased dramatically. They found that all the viruses and trojans implanted in the target computer before had lost their function. The function of Lane Firewall is extremely powerful, and checking and killing viruses and trojans is just a basic operation. However, advanced functions are charged. Number 1 is more greedy than Lu Nian. Lu Nian plans to set the price of Lane Firewall at $10 per year, but Number 1 sets the price of Lane Firewall at $100 per year. Lu Nian planned to sell Lane Firewall to the world based on the principle of small profits but quick turnover. However, Number 1 sold it at a high price by relying on its technology monopoly. By analyzing the market demand, Number 1 came to the conclusion that Lane Firewall would definitely sell well. So Number 1 set the price at $100 per year. There are hundreds of millions of computers in the world. If each computer is charged $100, it will be $10 billion per year. Lu Nian will soon be rich. Although he is not as rich as Tony Stark, Lu Nian can gloriously become a rich first generation. The reputation of the rich first generation is always much better than that of the rich second generation. The emergence of Lane Firewall caused other firewall software to quickly lose the market. Only 1 month after the Lane Firewall came out, more than 50% of the computers in the world were installed with Lane Firewall. Lane Firewall started charging 3 months after it came out. Although Lane Firewall was resisted by many people when it first started charging, after using Lane Firewall, other firewall software feels very ordinary. There is no harm without comparison. Many hackers around the world lost their living ground because of the birth of Lane Firewall. The Lane Firewall is so powerful that hackers are completely helpless, so they can only vent their anger on computers that do not have Lane Firewall installed. This move has led more people to install Lane Firewall. The powerful ability of Number 1 has left those who want to destroy Lane servers helpless. Security departments in many countries want to find the source of Lane Firewall and bring this great man to their camp, but it is like looking for a needle in a haystack, with no trace to be found. In order to protect the safety of Lu Nian and Lane Network Company, Number 1 has made a very thorough cover-up of all information about Lu Nian and Lane Network Company. Lane Network Company is like a ghost on the internet. You can feel it, but there is no trace to find. No one knows the existence of Number 1 and the secret base except Lu Nian. Lu Nian didn't know what happened afterwards. Lu Nian only knew that millions to tens of millions of dollars would be deposited into his bank card every month. After Lu Nian established Lane Network Company, he completely became a hands-off boss. On the afternoon of June 3rd, Lu Nian returned to the villa. Lu Nian, why are you back so soon? Is the company built? It's built. So fast? Yes. As for the rest of the things, I'll leave it to my friends to handle. I'm only responsible for collecting the money every month. Chapter 253 Buffet Dinner. Is there such a good thing? Yeah. Hey, it's so nice to have a good friend. Haha. Are you jealous of me? Yeah. Envious. Uncle Friend, Do you want me to give you some shares? That way you can be considered a successful person. Uncle Frank laughed heartily. Haha, that's not necessary. Just don't charge me rent. Uncle Frank, don't worry. I definitely won't ask you for rent. Lu Nian, what are you going to do tomorrow? We have bought a house, a car, and you have started a company. Isn't it time to continue to punish evil and promote good? Uncle Frank, I plan to go to the pizza shop tomorrow. By yourself? Yes, although the pizza shop has not been open for a long time, I have been paying the wages of the 3 delivery drivers. If I don't open for business, it would be too cheap for the 3 of them. Haha, are you a black-hearted boss? You are already a multimillionaire, but you are still thinking about the wages of the 3 delivery drivers. Let's put it in perspective. They didn't work, but they got paid. This is unfair to me, Uncle Frank said with disdain. Evil capitalists. Uncle Frank, my money didn't fall from the sky. I earned it bit by bit with hard work. Why don't I believe you? $20 million is the reward for destroying the Mumbai Shadow Academy. Uncle Frank, do you think I earned this money with hard work? Uncle Frank felt that what Lu Nian said made sense. We really can't let those guys who get something for nothing get away with it. Our contract was signed for 1 year. If I don't open the business, they will get paid for nothing. You can hire a few people to run a pizza shop. Lu Nian shook his head and said, my craftsmanship cannot be learned by others. Moreover, this pizza shop is not just an ordinary pizza shop. It carries my master's hope for me. He must hope that I can pass on his craftsmanship. Uncle Frank fell silent after hearing this. Uncle Frank already knew a lot about Lu Nian's past and knew everything Lu Nian had experienced. Lu Nian, do you need my help to open the door tomorrow? No, I can go by myself. Uncle Frank, you can continue to stay in the villa and enjoy it tomorrow. Haha, it's just like that. Swimming pool, cinema, underground garage, exactly the same as the life of rich people I imagined. Lu Nian shook his head. Different. Why is it different? No housekeeper and servants. Should we go out and hire a few maids? Forget it. I'm planning to go out and get a batch of arms these 2 days. It would be so inconvenient if there were outsiders at home. Don't forget what our job is. To punish evil and promote good. That's true. Then we'll continue to live on our own. Oh, it doesn't matter. We can hire someone to clean every week. Lu Nian has never been a diligent person in life. Uncle Frank is also not a diligent person. It must take a lot of effort to clean such a big villa. That's a good idea. We can hire someone to clean the house every week. Let's talk about this next week. What are we going to eat tonight? Is it evening so soon? Yes, Uncle Frank, you keep cooking tonight. Bah, I'm not your hired chef. I won't cook dinner. Uncle Frank, let's go out for dinner tonight. Where to go? Let's go to a buffet. At least it's enough to fill you up. With Lu Nian's current appetite, if he went to a regular restaurant, he would definitely have to eat at least the amount of food that 3 people would need to eat to be full, so it would be more cost-effective to eat at a buffet. Uncle Frank was also troubled by Lu Nian's big appetite. At noon, Uncle Frank made a table full of delicious food, but Lu Nian ate most of it. Okay, let's go to a buffet tonight. Uncle Frank agreed with Lu Nian's proposal to eat a buffet. Uncle Frank drove a brand new G-Class and took Lu Nian to the Hilton Hotel in Manhattan. Although there are many 5-star hotels in New York, Lu Nian and Uncle Frank are very persistent about the Hilton Hotel. Lu Nian, isn't it inappropriate for us to dress like this? At Lu Nian's insistence, Lu Nian and Uncle Frank wore cheap casual clothes. The doorman of the Hilton Hotel looked at them with contempt, but out of good professionalism, he did not say anything. Uncle Frank keenly observed the doorman's expression. Look, we were just despised. I know, this is all your fault. Uncle Frank, do you still care about other people's eyes? Forget about doing other things, but how can I be despised when I'm eating? It affects my mood for eating. Then I'll ask him to apologize. After Lu Nian finished speaking, he walked to the doorman and took out $1,000. Apologize to me and Uncle Frank, and this $1,000 will be yours. The doorman originally looked down on Lu Nian and Uncle Frank, but when he saw Lu Nian casually taking out $1,000, the doorman immediately realized that he had made a mistake. I'm sorry, dear gentleman, if I have caused you any discomfort just now. Please allow me to say sorry to you too with the most sincere heart. It seems that this doorman often apologizes. After saying this, Lu Nian and Uncle Fran are very satisfied. Your apology is sincere. Let's forget it this time. After Lu Nian finished speaking, he deliberately threw $1,000 on the ground. The doorman knelt on the ground with a happy face and picked up the money. Thank you for the tip from this gentleman. Thank you, Uncle Fran. How is it? Do you have an appetite for food? Yes, Lu Nian. You are so extravagant. You tipped $1,000. Haha. It doesn't matter. Just $1,000. As long as it can make Uncle Fran happy, I think it's worth it. However, Lu Nian and Uncle Fran didn't expect that a social dance was being held in the Hilton Hotel. What Lu Nian didn't expect was that Mrs. Jiao, one of the five fingers of the Hand-in-Hand Society, also brought her men to attend the social dance. The ex-family that Lu Nian had destroyed before were Madame Jiao's subordinates. Lu Nian had ruined Madame Jiao's good deeds many times, and it was impossible for Madame Jiao to remain indifferent. An unexpected encounter came unexpectedly. Hearing the price of the buffet tonight, Lu Nian couldn't help but complain. $300 per person. This money is enough for me to eat 6 steaks outside. Chapter 254. First meeting with Mrs. Jiao. Lu Nian, why don't we not eat here? It's too expensive. Uncle Fran couldn't help but back out when he heard the price. Uncle Fran, it's okay. Since we're already here, if we go somewhere else to have dinner, we'll have to spend a lot of time on the road. My stomach is already growling with hunger. Okay, then let's be extravagant once in a while. After paying $600, Lu Nian and Uncle Fran walked into the ballroom dance venue. No wonder it's so expensive. It turns out there's a ballroom dance here tonight. Haha. Lu Nian, you have to seize the opportunity. Uncle Fran, don't just talk about me. You should take care of your own business first. Aren't you alone now? Find me an aunt. Bah, brat. Are you looking for a fight? Uncle Fran, you can't beat me. Humphrey. Uncle Fran was so angry at Lu Nian that he stopped paying attention to Lu Nian and turned to find something to eat. Haha. LV Nian looked at Uncle Fran's back as he left and couldn't help laughing. LV Nian didn't forget the purpose of his trip. So, at the ballroom dance, 2 men appeared and ate heartily. People around were busy chatting, and even if they ate occasionally, they behaved very elegantly. Only LV Nian and Uncle Fran ate all the time. The two of them thought in their hearts, $300. How much do I have to eat to make back the money? At 7 o'clock in the evening, a VIP arrived at the Hilton Hotel. Mrs. Jiao arrived at the Hilton Hotel in a Rolls-Royce under the protection of more than a dozen elites of the hand. Mrs. Jiao looked like she was in her 40s, graceful and elegant, with sharp eyes. She was not an ordinary woman at first glance. Mrs. Jiao attended the ballroom dance tonight because she was going to meet an important client. As soon as Mrs. Jiao entered, she did not attract too many people's attention. With Mrs. Jiao's identity and status, she was destined to stay at home and not be easily seen by others. Although Madame Jiao's name, like Kingpin, is well known to everyone in New York, when Madame Jiao really appears in front of you, you can't recognize her at all. As soon as Madame Jiao entered the venue, Lu Nian immediately sensed everything. There will be slight inductions between people with superpowers. Madame Jiao, like Lu Nian, is a Delta-level mutant. Because Madame Jiao has been a mutant for a longer time than Lu Nian, Madame Jiao's strength is much stronger than Lu Nian. As soon as Madame Jiao walked into the hall, she also felt the fluctuations of the superpowers. Madame Jiao immediately used her sharp eyes to vigilantly scan the venue. When she saw Lu Nian eating a large bowl of food in his hand without any quality, she subconsciously ignored Lu Nian. Madame Jiao thought to herself, superpowers will definitely not end up so miserable. If Lu Nian knew Madame Jiao's idea, he would definitely scold Madame Jiao, who stipulated that superpowers can't eat buffets with plates. Madame Jiao scanned the area and found no suspicious people, so she was relieved for the time being. Because she has done too many bad things, she will feel a little guilty. Madame Jiao subconsciously thought that this superpower must have been hired to assassinate her. This time, the person who contacted Madame Jiao was also a person of status, the giant Viper of the Viper Gang. As one of the strongest gangs in New York, The Viper gang is not afraid of Kingpin at all, and the two sides usually do not interfere with each other. Similarly, Madame Jiao and Kingpin usually do not interfere with each other. Of course, all this is based on the equal strength of both sides. If Kingpin's strength continues to grow, he doesn't mind annexing the Viper gang, but so far, Kingpin does not have this strength. The core members of the Viper gang are all superpowers with amazing combat effectiveness. This time, Madame Jiao wants to use drugs that enhance superpowers to build a good relationship with the Viper gang and pave the way for her next move. In this world, every terrorist organization has a dream of ruling the world. This is the case with Hydra, the Ten Rings gang, and the Hand Society, which also wants to rule the world. As one of the five fingers of the hand, Madame Jiao plays an important role in the hand. The slogan of ruling the world was first proposed by Madame Jiao. Madame Jiao wants to rely on drugs to build an army of superpowers and rule the world. However, the progress of drug research and development is very slow. The mortality rate of ordinary people after receiving superpower drugs is as high as 100%. It is impossible to achieve Madame Jiao's goal of mass production of superpowers. Therefore, Madame Jiao has to settle for the second best. Since it is impossible to create new superpowers, buy off existing superpowers. As a result, the Viper gang, which has a large number of superpowers, became the first target of Madame Jiao's recruitment. Viper, the murderer who killed Jenny's uncle Garland. Previously, in the Thunder operation of the New York police, Viper had secretly helped director Conan successfully eliminate several small and medium-sized gangs in Brooklyn. This time, the job of connecting with Madame Jiao also fell on Viper. Viper arrived at the ballroom dance one step later than Madame Jiao. As soon as the giant Viper entered the room, Mrs. Jiao and Lu Nian felt something. The appearance of the giant Viper showed that he was not a good person. Not only did he look ferocious, but he also exuded a murderous aura. Ordinary people did not dare to approach him. Mrs. Jiao confirmed the identity of the giant Viper with just one look. After the giant Viper entered the social dance scene, he was quickly isolated by everyone. The area around the giant Viper seemed to have become a life-restricted area, and no one dared to set foot. The giant Viper didn't care about these, and buried his head and began to eat and drink, just like Lu Nian and Uncle Friend. As a superpower, the giant Viper's appetite is naturally not to be underestimated. Seeing this, Mrs. Jiao couldn't help but frown, because the way the giant Viper ate was very similar to Lu Nian. Madame Jiao secretly despised him in her heart. This guy is really embarrassing the superpowers. We are noble superpowers, the people who will rule the world in the future. How can we be so barbaric? However, Madame Jiao still took the initiative to walk to the side of the giant Viper. Good evening. The giant Viper replied without even raising his head. Good evening. Is this the attitude you come to discuss cooperation with me? Haha, don't jump to conclusions so early. The boss just asked me to take a look at the goods today. Our Viper gang has not yet confirmed that we want to cooperate with you. Humphrey, your boss has a good plan. Unfortunately, my Madame Jiao's goods are not so easy to be blackmailed. Chapter 255 Secret Deal. From the moment Viper entered the ballroom, Lu Nian had set his sights on Viper. Out of his psychic instinct, Lu Nian determined that Viper was also a psychic. Lu Nian listened to every word of the conversation between Viper and Madame Jiao. They are not good people. Viper and Madame Jiao were still arguing over the details of the cooperation. At this time, the two were isolated by Madame Jiao's bodyguards, so their conversation would not be disturbed by others. Lu Nian quietly came to Uncle Friend and whispered, Uncle Friend, do you see the man and woman over there? Yes, I see. They are both psychics. How do you know? I can feel the fluctuations of psychic powers from them. Then what? I just heard what they said. They seem to be dealing in illegal drugs. We must stop them. Uncle Friend immediately became alert when he heard it. Lu Nian, are you sure? Sure. Then what should we do? Wait. After they finish talking, we will follow the woman and follow the clues. We will definitely gain a lot. Okay. Lu Nian didn't know that he had made a very stupid decision. Madame Jiao is a figure comparable to Kingpin. How could the bodyguards around her be all useless? One of the bodyguards suddenly walked up to Madame Jiao and reminded her, "Madame Jiao, the two people over there are going to harm you." After the bodyguard finished speaking, he pointed at Lu Nian and Uncle Friend. Madame Jiao saw these two guys who looked ugly and couldn't help but feel disgusted. Them? Is there something wrong with them? They plan to wait for Madame Jiao to leave here and follow you from behind. This bodyguard can read lips and can detect abnormalities in the surrounding area in advance. HMPH. When did this kind of nobody dared to set their sights on my Madame Jiao? They simply don't know how high the sky is and how deep the earth is. Madame Jiao, do we need to go and get rid of them now? There are too many people here. You arrange for them to be killed outside the hotel after I leave. Yes, Madame Jiao. Lu Nian and Uncle Friend didn't know that their plan had been leaked, and they were still eating and drinking there without any worries. Madame Jiao, is there any problem? Giant Viper, someone is targeting me. Do you need me to help you get rid of it? Of course, the reward will be calculated separately. No, they are just two ignorant foodies. My men can handle it. Oh, that's a pity. HMPH. My money is not that easy to make. Then let's continue to talk about the transaction. Okay, this batch of goods. Madame Jiao and Giant Viper argued for a long time, and finally reached a reluctant agreement. Although Madame Jiao's original intention was to give this batch of supernatural potions to the Viper gang for free, she took the opportunity to test the medicinal properties. But Madame Jiao was not a charity organization and wanted to get some benefits from this transaction. The Viper gang did not want to make any promises easily because they had not personally tested the properties of this batch of supernatural potions. In the end, both parties took a step back. Viper took the lead and agreed to help Madame Jiao escort a batch of important goods to New York. Madame Jiao handed over 5 bottles of supernatural potions to Viper. However, the two parties did not agree on the time and place of the next transaction, because if the supernatural potion was ineffective, the Viper gang would definitely cause trouble for Madame Jiao, and there would be no need for the two parties to trade again. After the deal was settled, Viper left the ballroom with the supernatural potion first. After Viper left, Madame Jiao also left the ballroom with her men. Seeing this, Lu Nian and Uncle Friend immediately chased after them. Supernatural potion. This is a good thing. Lu Nian had successfully eavesdropped on the goods traded by both parties, which were called supernatural potions. As for whether the supernatural potion they were talking about was effective, Lu Nian didn't know. But Lu Nian knew that the US military had been secretly researching people with special abilities, and accidentally created a monster named Omega. Omega had helped Lu Nian improve his special abilities. Lu Nian still remembers the feeling of physical and mental pleasure. I wonder if this special ability potion can also make me feel that kind of physical and mental pleasure. Thinking of that intoxicating feeling, Lu Nian felt a little ecstatic. Lu Nian, what's wrong with you? Nothing. Nothing. Your expression looks so wretched. Really? Uncle Friend, you must have seen it wrong. Uncle Friend rolled his eyes at Lu Nian. Don't think that I'm old and my eyes are blurry. You can't hide that mean expression just now. Don't. Lu Nian blushed and stopped talking. Outside the Hilton Hotel, Mrs. Jiao had already gotten into a Rolls-Royce. Uncle Friend and Lu Nian quickly got into the G-Class and chased after them. However, the two did not run for long before Uncle Friend quickly discovered something unusual. Lu Nian, bad. Let's not surround them. No way. Why didn't I feel it? The two black cars behind us have been following us. Uncle Friend, do you need me to get rid of them? If we stop to get rid of them, we will definitely lose the Rolls-Royce in front. Lu Nian said confidently. Don't worry, Uncle Friend, we will definitely not lose it. Oh, my friend can lock onto that Rolls-Royce. Okay, then let's get rid of the threat behind first. Uncle Friend never doubted what he said to Lu Nian. So at the next intersection, Uncle Friend deliberately chose to turn and led the two black cars to a remote corner. The killer in the black car saw Uncle Friend and Lu Nian suddenly give up tracking Mrs. Jiao's car, and felt something was wrong. According to their original plan, they needed to create a car accident to force Uncle Friend and Lu Nian's G-Class to stop. Now, this step can be omitted. Uncle Friend drove the car to an abandoned warehouse near the seaside. As soon as Uncle Friend stopped the car, 2 black cars surrounded him. "Uncle Frank, the fish has been hooked. It's time to close the net. Let's go, Lu Nian. Entertain our guests." Uncle Frank and Lu Nian got out of the car with a smile on their faces. The assassins of the hand also got out of the car immediately and pointed their guns at Uncle Frank and Lu Nian. "Who are you? Why are you chasing us?" "Because you provoked someone you shouldn't have provoked." Lu Nian showed a disdainful smile on his face and asked, "Is it an old woman?" Chapter 256, Come to the door. Hearing Lu Nian's words, the assassins of the hand were filled with anger. "How dare you insult Madame Jiao? You are courting death." "Ha ha, if I don't say that, will you let me go?" Lu Nian's words startled the assassins of the hand. They thought, yes, even if he didn't say that, we would kill him. A killer of the hand asked, "Aren't you afraid of us?" "Do you think I'm afraid of you? There are so many of us, and we have guns in our hands. Aren't you afraid?" Lu Nian said with ruthless contempt, "To tell you the truth, you are the weakest among those who came to kill me." "What? How dare you look down on us? Unforgivable." "Brothers, kill him." Lu Nian successfully attracted the hatred of all the assassins of the hand, and poor Uncle Frank was temporarily forgotten. Pa, pa. Bullets flew towards Lu Nian like raindrops, but with the help of his superpowers to dodge, Lu Nian was unscathed. While dodging, Lu Nian did not forget to taunt his opponents. "Is this all you can do? Damn it, this guy is a superpower. The information is wrong." "Brothers, retreat quickly." What Lu Nian did not expect was that these guys wanted to escape when they saw that they could not win. They had no backbone at all. Of course, Lu Nian would not let them go so easily. Lu Nian rushed to the front of a black car and knocked the driver unconscious with a punch. Uncle Frank also reacted quickly. He raised his hand and shot the driver of another black car. At this time, the killers of the hand knew that they were defeated this time. However, the dignity of the killers made them determined to fight to the death with Lu Nian and Uncle Frank. 6 killers got out of the car and fought with Lu Nian and Uncle Frank. Uncle Frank used gunfighting skills to fight 1 against 2. The remaining 4 people were handed over to Lu Nian. Uncle Frank had not yet solved the 2 opponents, and Lu Nian had already ended the battle. In front of Lu Nian, 4 assassins from the hand fell to the ground, and each of them had an obvious scratch on their throat. It was obvious that these 4 people were strangled to death by Lu Nian. "Uncle Frank, do you need help?" "No, Lu Nian, just stand aside and watch." Uncle Frank was fighting 1 against 2, but he had the upper hand. The assassins from the hand were very strong, but in front of the famous Punisher, they instantly became a group of younger brothers. Within 5 minutes, Uncle Frank also ended the battle. "Uncle Frank, you can do it. You are still as good as ever." Uncle Frank cursed angrily. "Get out. Are you laughing at me? Ha ha." "Uncle Frank, don't wrongly accuse me. I dare not laugh at you." "You have already laughed at me. I am not a superpower." "Hee hee. Did your friend find out the whereabouts of Mrs. Jiao?" "My friends never let me down." While Lu Nian was fighting with Uncle Frank, Number 1 had already locked onto the Rolls-Royce that Mrs. Jiao was riding. This Rolls-Royce turned left and right along the way, and after renting it, it was actually heard that it was Hell's Kitchen in Manhattan, New York. Hell's Kitchen? What? Uncle Frank, the Rolls-Royce finally drove into Hell's Kitchen. This is a bit troublesome. Why, Lu Nian? It's normal that you don't know what Hell's Kitchen is. Hell's Kitchen, officially known as the Clinton area, is also known as West Midtown, located in the western part of Manhattan, New York. Hell's Kitchen is a famous slum in Manhattan, famous for its poor living environment, serious racial conflicts and high crime rates. After Uncle Frank's explanation, Lu Nian understood what Hell's Kitchen was. Why would she go to Hell's Kitchen? It seems that this woman's identity is not ordinary. Being able to live in Hell's Kitchen shows that her identity and background are very powerful. Mrs. Jiao. Mrs. Jiao. What's wrong, Lu Nian? I was wondering why this name sounds so familiar. I know this Mrs. Jiao. You know? Mrs. Jiao is an important leader of the Hand. The Hand? Uncle Frank has no contact with the dark world, so he is unfamiliar with the name of the Hand. The Hand is a professional assassin organization, equivalent to the Blade Hall of the Ten Rings. Oh, is the Hand very powerful? The Hand is far inferior to the Ten Rings. mainly because the hand has very few members. It takes a lot of effort to train a killer. I see. Uncle Frank, since Hell's Kitchen is so scary, do we still want to go there? Haha. Of course we should go. In fact, I've wanted to go to Hell's Kitchen for a long time. Uncle Frank knew about the chaos in Hell's Kitchen, but he had no reason to intervene in Hell's Kitchen, so he never entered Hell's Kitchen to find out. Now, Uncle Frank finally found a reason to enter Hell's Kitchen. How could he let it go easily? Uncle Frank, Madame Jiao was actually the boss of Hell's Kitchen. How did you know? My friend told me. Madame Jiao has taken over Hell's Kitchen for more than 10 years. I knew that woman was not simple, but I didn't expect that she would be in charge of the entire Hell's Kitchen. I didn't expect it either. Madame Jiao was so terrifying. Uncle Frank, are we still going to Hell's Kitchen now? Go. Of course we have to go, but Madame Jiao is a superpower, and I think Madame Jiao's strength will definitely be stronger than mine. Are you scared? I'm scared? Impossible. Then let's go now. Go to Hell's Kitchen. At Uncle Frank's insistence, the two came to Hell's Kitchen in the west of Manhattan, New York. Because the surveillance equipment on the road was tampered with by Number 1, Uncle Frank drove the G-Class into Hell's Kitchen without being discovered. Uncle Frank has long been accustomed to this ability of Lu Nian's friend. In a two-story villa deep in Hell's Kitchen, Madame Jiao was holding a video conference with the other 4 fingers of the hand. The 5 fingers of the hand are completely equal. The hand is more like a federation. The 5 fingers usually do their own things and do not interfere with each other. Although the research and development of the supernatural potion was led by Mrs. Jiao, the other 4 fingers of the hand also want to get a piece of the pie. This is impossible. I led the development of the supernatural potion. Why do you want a share of the benefits? If you are listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelist. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We are waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 257 Abomination and Iron Tyrant. The video conference came to an end with Madame Jiao's roar. Madame Jiao and the other 4 fingers of the hand parted unhappily. Someone come. The housekeeper in the villa heard Madame Jiao's call and ran over immediately. Madame Jiao, do you need anything? Prepare me a midnight snack immediately. The old rules. Yes, Madame Jiao. Also, don't forget to feed my new pet. Yes, Madame Jiao. In one of the rooms in the villa, there is a big iron cage. The crocodile man is imprisoned in the big iron cage. The new pet that Madame Jiao mentioned is the crocodile man. Dr. Gordon may have had a brain attack, and actually sent the crocodile man to Madame Jiao's home to steal the superpower potion. As a result, beyond Dr. Gordon's expectation, Madame Jiao's strength is even stronger than the crocodile man. The unfortunate crocodile man became Madame Jiao's new pet, because Dr. Gordon brainwashed the crocodile man. No matter how Madame Jiao persuaded him, the crocodile man refused to surrender. In desperation, Madame Jiao built a special metal cage and locked the crocodile man in it, hoping to conquer the crocodile man with time. Mrs. Jiao was also very interested in the strength of the crocodile man. The crocodile man was stronger than all the bodyguards around Mrs. Jiao. Mrs. Jiao hoped that the crocodile man would be loyal to her. At the same time, Lu Nian and Uncle Frank had already driven to the door of Mrs. Jiao's villa. Along the way, Lu Nian and Uncle Frank witnessed the brutality and terror of Hell's Kitchen with their own eyes. Murder and robbery were the lightest crimes here. The strong could do whatever they wanted here, while the weak could only suffer from bullying and did not even have the courage to resist. Uncle Frank, this is Mrs. Jiao's home. Mrs. Jiao is worthy of being the boss of Hell's Kitchen, as she owned such a big house in Hell's Kitchen. Uncle Frank, how should we act? Where is your friend? Let him arrange it. I find that Uncle Frank has become more and more lazy recently. Haha. Since there are masters around, I won't embarrass myself. Besides, I'm not familiar with this place. Then why do you insist on coming here tonight? Because I know your friend must have a plan. Okay. Lu Nian immediately asked Number 1 to make an action plan, but Number 1 refused. I'm sorry, Lord Cavalier Knight. According to my calculations just now, The success rate of your action tonight is 0. So, for your life safety, I suggest you cancel tonight's action. Lu Nian couldn't help but be stunned when he heard what number 1 said. The success rate is 0? Number 1, are you crazy? Lord Cavalier, it is indeed 0. Exactly. I know I can't beat that old woman, but there is not even a little success rate. Aren't you going too far? Lord Cavalier, there are unknown secrets in the villa. In addition to Madame Jiao, there are even more terrifying enemies. Really? It's true. Do you know who it is? The Hand resurrected some dead evil superheroes, such as the Hulk's nemesis Abomination, and Iron Man's nemesis Obadiah Stane. Abomination? Obadiah Stane? Why haven't I heard of him? Abomination was originally named Emil Blonsky, an agent from the former Yugoslavia. In order to retaliate against the Hulk, Emil Blonsky was irradiated with gamma rays and became Abomination. But in the battle with the Hulk, Abomination died. The Hand secretly snatched Abomination's body from the US military and resurrected it. Now Abomination is being held in the villa where Madame Jiao lives. Oh, number 1. Can the Hand really resurrect people? Is there really something in this world that can bring the dead back to life? Haha, Lord Cavalier, have you forgotten that you yourself possess the power of resurrection? Yes, how could I forget that? While Lu Nian was communicating with number 1, Uncle Front was getting a little impatient. Lu Nian, what about the plan made by your friend? Uncle Front, we can't act tonight. Why? Mrs. Jiao has too many cards in her hand. We definitely can't beat them. Huh? There are 2 evil superheroes who have come back to life in Mrs. Jiao's villa. No way. It's true. One is called Abomination. Abomination? Never heard of it. What about the other one? The other is called Obadiah Stane. Is it him? Uncle Frant, do you know this person? Tony Stark's partner and one of the founders of Stark Industries. But a few years ago, Stark Industries officially announced that Obadiah Stane died of a sudden heart attack. Haha, Uncle Frant, few official announcements are reliable. Now it seems that it is true, but Obadiah Stane seems to be just an ordinary person. Number 1, is that so? Lord Cavalier, Obadiah Stane used the fusion energy developed by Tony Stark to develop a set of iron battle suits called Ironmonger. Lu Nian relayed number 1's words to Uncle Frant verbatim. I didn't expect Stark Industries to have so many unknown secrets. I think every arms dealer has its own unknown secrets. Maybe. Uncle Frant, let's give up the operation then. Give up? Why give up? Uncle Frant, you don't want to fight Madame Jiao, Abomination and Ironmonger at the same time, do you? I'm not that crazy. Then what do you want? Since we are all here, wouldn't it be a pity if we don't go in and take a look? I just want to go in and see what the boss of Hell's Kitchen lives like. Uncle Frant's idea made Lu Nian unable to complain. Lu Nian, what's wrong? Aren't you curious? Don't you want to go in and take a look? What if we are discovered? It won't be that unlucky, right? Don't you have your friends to help you? Uncle Frant didn't know when he began to rely too much on the ability of number 1. Uncle Frant, I don't think it's necessary to take risks. Can we just be normal? Lu Nian, you've become less courageous. When I went out to investigate alone before, I was never scared. I just want to see the Abomination and Iron Tyrant with my own eyes. Hearing this, Lu Nian showed a bitter smile on his face. How about this? You wait outside, and I'll go into the villa to find out what's going on. Absolutely not. Uncle Frant, let's go in together. Why didn't you agree to me earlier? Haha. After Uncle Frant finished speaking, a bright smile appeared on his face. Chapter 258. Entering the villa. Mrs. Jiao's villa looked very ordinary from the outside, with only 2 floors. The villa was surrounded by a circle of iron fences, with only a large iron gate for people and cars to enter and exit. There was a wooden sign hanging on the large iron gate, with the symbol of the Hand Association painted on it, a bloody handprint, and a human face on the palm of the bloody handprint. As long as they saw this creepy sign, most people would choose to stay away, except for Lu Nian and Uncle Frant. I don't know if it was out of confidence, but there was no one guarding the large iron gate. Lu Nian, this Mrs. Jiao doesn't look so good. There's no one guarding the gate. Uncle Frant, there are at least 6 surveillance cameras here, but they have all been blocked by my friends. The moment Lu Nian decided to break into the villa, Number 1 took action. The surveillance cameras inside and outside the villa were all made real by Number 1 using virtual images, and no one noticed that Lu Nian and Uncle Frant had already broken into the villa. Lu Nian, how do we get in? Do we have to climb over the wall? No, there's an alarm on the wall. Then how do we get in? Of course, go through the main entrance. Before Lu Nian finished speaking, Number 1 opened the door. Huh? Why is the door open? Uncle Frant, this is an electronic door that can be opened and closed remotely. I see. It was your friend who did it again, right? Lu Nian nodded silently. It looks like we have to owe him another favor. Lu Nian and Uncle Frant walked through the big iron gate and into the villa. The yard of the villa was full of various unknown flowers, plants and trees. Because it was too dark, you could only see it clearly when you got closer. Uncle Frant, look, there are so many strange plants in the yard. Lu Nian, don't touch them. Huh? I don't know about the others, but the one next to you seems to be a man-eating tree. Man-eating tree? Are there really man-eating trees in this world? My feeling is not wrong. Lu Nian secretly asked Number 1 about the man-eating tree. Sir Cavalier, there are indeed man-eating trees in this world, but they do not exist naturally, but are cultivated artificially. Huh? A long time ago, Dr. Zora of the Hydra organization once cultivated a man-eating tree. Is the one in the yard just now also a man-eating tree? Yes. Why is there a man-eating tree here? Although the man-eating tree is called a man-eating tree, it is actually more like an animal. It's just that they are very lazy by nature. Unless their lives are at stake, they will not move a step in their entire lives. Moreover, man-eating trees reproduce with the same sex. An important reason why the number of man-eating trees is very low is that man-eating trees must often use living people to feed. Use living people to feed? Yes. Only after being fed by living people can man-eating trees grow quickly. Then the man-eating tree in front of me is also often fed by living people? That's for sure. Damn, Madam Jiao. Number 1, tell me how to kill this man-eating tree. Fire. Whether it is a plant or an animal, as long as it lives on land, its natural nemesis is fire. Then wait until I leave and burn it to death. Uncle Frant saw Lu Nian staring at the man-eating tree, and couldn't help asking, Lu Nian, what are you staring at again? Nothing. Lu Nian, I noticed that you've been staring at it more and more recently. Are you feeling unwell? No, I'm in good health. After examining Lu Nian, Uncle Frant said, Lu Nian, let's go. Lu Nian and Uncle Frant walked to the gate of the villa. There was a surveillance camera right above the gate of the villa, staring straight at Lu Nian and Uncle Frant. Lu Nian, ask your friend to open the door. Ahem. Uncle Frant, this door is not an electronic door. Then how do we get in? Climb through the window. Where can we climb in? From the front of the villa. There was no light in each room of the villa, so it was impossible to determine which room had someone. At this time, Lu Nian could only ask for help from Number 1, but after some research, Number 1 was unable to give an accurate answer. Sir Cavalier, I'm sorry, I can't confirm the situation inside the villa. Is there no surveillance camera inside the villa? There is only a surveillance camera at the entrance, and there are at least 20 security guards patrolling the corridor of the villa. If you rush in rashly, it will definitely be dangerous. Lu Nian relayed Number 1's words to Uncle Frant. Uncle Frant, why don't we give up today? Give up? What are you afraid of? I don't care about a few security guards, at least 20 security guards. If we are careful, we can always avoid it. Lu Nian was speechless when he saw that Uncle Frant was determined to break into the villa. In fact, Uncle Frant did this for selfish reasons. All of Uncle Frant's relatives were killed by his enemies, so when Uncle Frant heard that the hand could bring people back to life, he was moved. If I can find a way to bring people back to life, then my family can live again. Uncle Frant held this thought in mind, so he insisted on entering the villa to find out. Because Lu Nian was very simple, he didn't think so much. Lu Nian, if you are afraid, go outside and wait for me. No, since we are already here, it would be inappropriate to go back. Let's just find a window to climb in. Yes. Uncle Frant and Lu Nian did not rush to climb the window to enter the villa, but walked around the villa first. Finally, the two chose a room that looked more remote as a breakthrough. Perhaps they were very confident in the security of the villa. so the rooms in the villa were not equipped with anti-theft windows, which was a bargain for Lu Nian and Uncle Frant. In order to prevent the window from breaking with too much noise, Uncle Frant first patiently used a switchblade to grind off the window frame bit by bit. Uncle Frant saw that the window frame was almost torn out, so he went forward to hug the window frame and exerted force, and the window frame was completely dismantled by Uncle Frant. The whole process took nearly an hour and a half. During the process, the two of them, under the guidance of Number 1, dodged several security patrols. When the window was removed, Uncle Frant breathed a sigh of relief. Lu Nian, we need to act quickly. When the security guards come over and find that the window of this room is missing, they will definitely be alarmed. Chapter 259 The Horrible Villa. Uncle Frant, you tried every possible means to get into this villa. What do you want to do? Lu Nian, help me find a medicine that can bring people back to life. Uncle Frant, so you want? Uncle Frant nodded before Lu Nian finished speaking. You guessed right. I want to use this medicine to revive my relatives. Uncle Frant, in fact, I don't know how the hand will bring people back to life. It may not be medicine. Whatever it is, I must get it. Seeing Uncle Frant's determined eyes, Lu Nian couldn't say anything more. Uncle Frant, don't worry, I'll help you find it. Next, Lu Nian and Uncle Frant climbed through the window and entered the room. As a result, the two were shocked as soon as they entered. Just now, through the window, and because it was too dark, Lu Nian and Uncle Frant could not see what was going on in the room at all. But after entering the room, Lu Nian and Uncle Frant could see the layout of the room. It was creepy. The room was full of artworks carved from bones. Out of human instinct, Lu Nian and Uncle Frant both thought that the source of these bones was human. This Madame Jiao was really a bad taste. She actually carved works of art with human bones. With so many bone carvings, I wonder how many people Madame Jiao has killed. Haha, Madame Jiao is the boss of Hell's Kitchen. She must have a lot of blood on her hands. Lu Nian and Uncle Frant quickly calmed down from their shock. Lu Nian and Uncle Frant are now butcher-level figures, and they have killed so many people that they can't count them with two hands. Uncle Frant, be careful next time. There are no surveillance cameras outside, and I can't know the specific location of the security guards. Yeah. Uncle Frant quietly opened the door and looked through the crack in the door to check the situation outside. The corridor was also pitch black. Seeing this, Uncle Frant couldn't help but complain. Damn Madame Jiao, are you saving electricity? There is not a single light on in the corridor. Who knows? The only light in the entire corridor was the flashlights in the hands of the security guards. In this situation, it is very unwise to walk out of the room rashly, but staying in this room all the time is not a solution. Lu Nian, what do you think we should do next? What else can we do? We can only search one room at a time. Good idea. Let's go to the next room first. Lu Nian and Uncle Frant did what they said. While the security guards turned around, Uncle Frant quickly ran to the door of the next room and opened the door lock with wire. The big iron door outside the villa is an electronic door, but the doors in the villa are all the most old-fashioned doors. The contrast is so great that it makes people a little confused. Walking into the next room, Lu Nian and Uncle Frant were shocked again. It shouldn't be. Lu Nian and Uncle Frant looked at each other, and both of them saw deep shock in each other's eyes. Because this room is also full of various artworks, but the artworks in this room are all made of human skin. Mrs. Jiao, you bastard. Uncle Frant, I want to kill Mrs. Jiao now. Then go ahead. I support you. Uncle Frant, aren't you coming with me? I came here just to find the medicine that can bring people back to life. As for other things, I don't want to get involved. Hearing Uncle Frant's words, Lu Nian felt a chill in his heart. Uncle Frant, if your family is really resurrected, will you no longer punish evil and promote good? Uncle Frant remained silent when he heard Lu Nian's question. Seeing Uncle Frant's expression, Lu Nian already had the answer in his heart. Uncle Frant, let's keep looking. Yeah. Lu Nian and Uncle Frant walked around the room and found nothing valuable, so they continued to search the next room. In the next room, there was a big iron cage. When Lu Nian and Uncle Frant broke in, they saw a person imprisoned in the big iron cage. Uncle Frant, There is a monster in the cage? I saw it. This guy Lu Nian is the abomination you mentioned, right? I have never seen an abomination. Let me ask my friend first. After a few seconds, number 1 answered. Sir Cavalier, this is not an abomination. Then who is he? I don't know, but according to my analysis, he should have some crocodile genes in his body. Another weirdo. Based on my analysis, I think this is the only person in the world who can create such a weirdo. After number 1 finished speaking, he sent Dr. Gordon's information to Lu Nian. Dr. Gordon, this name sounds familiar. Dr. Gordon is an important cadre of Hydra, specializing in the research of cyborg technology. Number 1, are cyborgs human? They used to be human. Dr. Gordon cruelly combined their human cells with animal cells, allowing them to manipulate their own animal organs at will. This experiment has extremely high risks, and the mortality rate of the host is as high as over 90%. Does that mean he is not human now? Yes. At this time, the crocodile man in the cage had just finished his meal and was falling asleep. The arrival of Lu Nian and Uncle Frank did not wake up the sleeping crocodile man. Uncle Frank saw Lu Nian in a daze, pulled Lu Nian's arm, and asked in a low voice, Lu Nian, is he an abomination? He is a combination of human and animal. This kind of experiment has extremely high risks, and the success rate is less than 10%. Mrs. Jiao was so cruel, she actually did such a heinous thing. Uncle Frank, do we need to rescue him? Uncle Frank thought about it, shook his head and said, forget it. We don't know if he is an enemy or a friend. If we let him out and he attacks us, wouldn't we be shooting ourselves in the foot? Lu Nian thought about it and felt that what Uncle Frank said made sense, so he gave up the idea of rescuing the crocodile man. Lu Nian and Uncle Frank entered the next room again. As soon as he entered the room, Lu Nian smelled a strong smell of blood and rot, which made Lu Nian vomit. Uncle Frank's throat moved, and it was obvious that he was forcibly suppressing his nausea. This is another creepy room. This room is larger than the previous 3 rooms. Chapter 260 The Horrible Villa, continued. This room looks like both a laboratory and an interrogation chamber. There are 4 sealed containers in the room, which are filled with unknown liquids. And each container contains a person with an oxygen mask on his face. Lu Nian and Uncle Frank can clearly see that the 4 people are covered with scars and have obviously been tortured in various ways. Lu Nian and Uncle Frank don't know that this room is actually the training room of the Hand, a place dedicated to training members of the Hand. As a professional killer organization, the training of the Hand is naturally very cruel. The 4 sealed containers are filled with nutrient solution, which can help people recover from injuries quickly. And the people locked in the containers are naturally killers of the Hand. Seeing this scene in front of him, Lu Nian naturally felt sympathy and wanted to release the people in the sealed containers. But Uncle Frank stopped Lu Nian in time. Lu Nian, what do you want to do? Of course, let them out. They were obviously caught and abused by Madame Jiao. Lu Nian, don't be impulsive. If we let them out, do we have the ability to take them out of this villa safely? Lu Nian, try not to meddle in other people's business. Our top priority is to quickly find a medicine that can bring people back to life. Uncle Frank, the greater the hope, the greater the disappointment. Uncle Frank, if we can't find the medicine in a while, I hope you won't lose control of your emotions. Upon hearing this, Uncle Frank first laughed, and then answered confidently, haha, don't worry, Uncle will definitely control his emotions by then. After getting Uncle Frank's assurance, Lu Nian temporarily put his mind at ease. Under Uncle Frank's obstruction, Lu Nian finally did not let the 4 people in the sealed container out. Lu Nian and Uncle Frank searched around in this large room and found no valuable clues. Uncle Frank, there's nothing here either. It's okay, let's go to the next room. After searching the 4 rooms on this side, Lu Nian and Uncle Frank will continue to search the 4 rooms across the corridor. After successfully avoiding the security patrol, Lu Nian and Uncle Frank entered the 5th room. This is a utility room. There are a lot of messy things in this utility room, including brooms and mops for cleaning, kitchen knives and cutting boards. But soon, Lu Nian and Uncle Frank found some strange things in the utility room. Uncle Frank, what is this? Lu Nian had something like a pot lid in his hand. It looks like a pot lid, but pot lids are not this big, right? Maybe it's the lid of a big pot? That's right. Lu Nian put the pot lid aside and continued to look for the medicine that could bring people back to life. Uncle Frank found a bottle of white powder from somewhere. Uncle Frank carefully opened the bottle cap and sniffed the bottle gently. Uncle Frank, have you found it? I don't know what this is. It doesn't have any smell. Let me see it. Here you go. Lu Nian took the bottle from Uncle Frank's hand. Lu Nian first looked at the bottle carefully. The white powder in the bottle was granular, and each granule was of different sizes. Lu Nian definitely didn't know what it was, so he had to ask number 1 for help. Number 1, what's in this bottle? There is no chemical instrument here, so I can't test the contents of the bottle, but judging from the appearance alone, it may be a kind of alkali. Is it poisonous? I can't say that either, but most alkaline substances contain trace amounts of toxicity. Okay. Lu Nian relayed number 1's conclusion to Uncle Frank. Then take it back first. Uncle Frank decisively took the bottle in. Lu Nian, help me look for some medicine again. Okay. Lu Nian and Uncle Frank continued to search in the utility room. Soon, Lu Nian found a bottle of pink liquid. Uncle Frank, look at this. What is this? I don't know. Whatever it is, take it back first. Yes, just as Lu Nian and Uncle Frank were looking for medicine in the grocery room, the security guard patrolling the yard found the window that had been completely removed. The whole villa was immediately shocked. Lu Nian and Uncle Frank were like poking a hornet's nest. All the security guards in the villa took action to find the whereabouts of the two. The corridor suddenly became chaotic, which naturally woke up Lu Nian and Uncle Frank. Uncle Frank, it seems that our whereabouts have been discovered. It's a matter of time. As long as the security finds the window that I removed, they will know that we have sneaked into the villa. Uncle Frank, are we going to leave? Not for the time being. Lu Nian heard the sound of rapid running in the corridor, and his heart was unsure. Lu Nian, let's find a place to hide here first. When the security guards give up looking, we'll come out. Okay. Lu Nian and Uncle Frank began to look for a hiding place in the utility room, wanting to play hide-and-seek with the security guards in the villa. Uncle Frank, how about we hide in the box? No, they will definitely search the box. How about we hide in the closet? No, they will definitely open the closet to check. Then where should we hide? This room is so small. Uncle Frank looked around and suddenly found a good place to hide. Lu Nian, come with me. Lu Nian looked and saw that it was Uncle Frank who found a vent. However, the interior of this vent was very narrow, and Lu Nian and Uncle Frank didn't know if they could climb in smoothly. Lu Nian, what are you daydreaming about? Climb in quickly. It will be too late when the security guards come in. Oh, right away. Lu Nian quickly opened the entrance to the vent. Uncle Frank, it's a little small inside. If it's small, find a way to make it bigger. Okay. Lu Nian used his powerful strength to force his way forward. Uncle Frank followed Lu Nian and climbed into the ventilation duct. Lu Nian found a place to turn around in the ventilation duct and went back to close the entrance of the ventilation duct again. The utility room was quiet again, as if Lu Nian and Uncle Frank had never appeared. Not long after the two disappeared, a group of security guards entered the utility room to search. Chapter 261 Terrifying Hate. The security guards found nothing in the utility room and left immediately to continue searching other places. Meanwhile, Lu Nian and Uncle Frank hid in the ventilation duct and crawled aimlessly. There was no safe place in the entire villa now, and all the security guards were dispatched to search for intruders. Just as Lu Nian and Uncle Frank passed by a room, a low roar came from the room. Roar tilde The terrifying roar scared Lu Nian and Uncle Frank in the ventilation duct. Lu Nian, what's that sound? I don't know. I can't see it outside now. This sound is a bit disturbing. It doesn't seem like it can be made by humans. I think so too. Be careful. Yeah. Just as Lu Nian and Uncle Frank continued to crawl forward, bang, a fist slammed into the wall and hit Lu Nian. Uncle Frank saw this and immediately shouted with concern. Lu Nian, are you okay? No, I'm fine. The wall resisted a lot of force, and with Lu Nian's abnormal physical fitness, this punch did not cause much damage to Lu Nian. Lu Nian looked through the hole and found a monster, a living monster. The monster was about 2 meters tall, with yellow-green skin and no clothes on. The monster's body muscle tissue was extremely developed, even surpassing the 100% state of the security captain of the Calcutta Shadow Academy that Lu Nian had met before. Uncle Frant also saw the monster and screamed, "Lu Nian, what is this?" "I don't know, but I think he looks a bit like the Hulk. He should be the Abomination." The Abomination yelled at Lu Nian and Uncle Frant, "Bugs, bugs, why are there bugs here?" The Abomination mistook Lu Nian and Uncle Frant for bugs. Lu Nian boldly asked, "Are you Abomination?" "Abomination? No, my name is Emil Bronsky." "Then you are Abomination." "I'll say it again. My name is not Abomination. I hate the name Abomination, just like I hate Hulk." At this time, the security guards outside also heard the movement in the room and ran to the door of the room to gather. But these security guards did not dare to enter the room rashly, because the owner of this room was Abomination. Abomination kills people based on his mood. When he is in a bad mood, these security guards will definitely suffer. "Mr. Emil Bronsky, do you need help?" "No." "Bugs, get out of here." "Yes, yes." The security guards were so scared that they immediately scattered, facing the terrifying Abomination. They didn't even have the courage to face it. In normal state, Abomination's strength can crush Hulk. Hulk is already non-human, and Abomination is more powerful than Hulk. Lu Nian and Uncle Frant are now in danger. Lu Nian broke the wall beside him and walked out of the ventilation duct. "Emil Brodsky, hello, my name is Lu Nian." "Bug, you don't deserve to talk to me." "Maybe." "Mr. Emil Bronsky, I want to discuss a business deal with you." "Huh? Business? I have nothing to discuss with you. Go to hell." After saying this, the Abomination threw a punch directly at Lu Nian's head. Seeing this, Lu Nian immediately crossed his hands and put them in front of him to block the attack of the Abomination. Bang! Boom! Lu Nian was punched into the wall by the Abomination. Uncle Frant was terrified when he saw this scene. Uncle Frant was worried that Lu Nian would be killed by the Abomination's punch. In order to protect Lu Nian, Uncle Frant took out a switchblade and bravely rushed towards the Abomination. "Monster, go to hell." Uncle Frant fiercely picked up the switchblade and stabbed the Abomination's body. As a result, Uncle Frant found that the switchblade in his hand could not penetrate at all. The body density and strength of the Abomination far exceeded Uncle Frant's imagination. Ordinary knives could not hurt Abomination at all. "Roar tilde bug, you dare to rush towards me. I admire your courage. So, I will kill you with my own hands to show my respect." After saying this, Abomination grabbed Uncle Frant. Uncle Frant was like a chicken, caught in the air by Abomination, unable to move. Uncle Frant really felt the threat of death this time. Abomination raised his other hand, intending to blow Uncle Frant's head with a punch. At this critical moment, Lu Nian suddenly climbed out of the wall and blocked Abomination's fist with a flying kick. Abomination's tiger body shook, and the hand holding Uncle Frant loosened a little, and Uncle Frant successfully escaped. "Uncle Frant, you go quickly. I'll hold back the Abomination." "I won't go." "Uncle Frant, I can't perform well if you stay here. Please, go quickly." "Lu Nian ... you must come out alive," Uncle Frant said, and rushed into the ventilation duct again. The Abomination watched Uncle Frant leave without stopping him. "What an interesting bug. Do you want to duel with me?" "Why not?" Seeing Uncle Frant leave, Lu Nian decisively pressed the black button on his watch. Pure silver nano-knight armor instantly covered Lu Nian's whole body. "Interesting. What kind of technology is this?" "This is nano-knight armor, which can greatly increase my strength, speed and endurance." Unexpectedly, the Abomination said contemptuously, "Fancy, Humphrey." Lu Nian snorted and fought with the Abomination. However, the Abomination punched Lu Nian into the wall again. Fuck, how can the power of the Abomination be so strong? What Lu Nian didn't expect was that the power of the Abomination was too strong. Even with the nano-knight armor, Lu Nian was still no match for the Abomination. It was far beyond Lu Nian's ability to deal with the Abomination. At this point, Lu Nian could only find a way to escape. "Bug, goodbye." After the Abomination finished speaking, he ran towards Lu Nian with all his strength. The Abomination weighed nearly a ton, and every time he ran, It felt like the whole villa would tremble. Lu Nian suddenly thought of the bottle of pink liquid he had just found in the utility room. At the critical moment of life and death, Lu Nian didn't care about anything else and threw the bottle of pink liquid directly at the abomination. The main ingredient of this bottle of pink liquid is barbiturate, which is commonly known as a sedative. This bottle of pink medicine is actually the latest anesthetic developed by Mrs. Jiao's men. It works quickly and has strong medicinal properties. After the pink liquid was stained on the body of the abomination, he immediately felt dizzy. After swaying for a few seconds, the abomination suddenly fell to the ground with a plop and fell into a deep sleep. Lu Nian successfully escaped. Chapter 262 Iron Overlord appears. When Mrs. Jiao learned that the intruder had entered the room where the abomination was, she was relieved immediately. Mrs. Jiao knew the character of the abomination very well, and she would never let any intruder go. But Mrs. Jiao never dreamed that Lu Nian would use anesthetics to knock the abomination down. Uncle Frank quickly fled the villa along the ventilation duct. The power of the abomination made Uncle Frank realize that his action was a bit reckless. In order not to hold Lu Nian back, Uncle Frank quickly ran away. After knocking down the abomination, Lu Nian did not go up to kill him. Lu Nian planned to completely eliminate the abomination, but number 1 stopped Lu Nian in time. Mr. Cavalier, Knight, I advise you to give up the idea of killing the abomination. Why? Because ordinary means can't kill the abomination at all. The abomination, like the Hulk, has a strong self-recovery ability. I advise you to leave now. If the abomination wakes up in a while, you will definitely die. Hearing what number 1 said, Lu Nian turned around and ran without saying a word. Lu Nian has unconditional trust in number 1. The security guards heard that the room of the abomination had quieted down, so they dared to go in. However, when they saw the abomination lying on the ground and snoring, the security guards immediately realized that something was wrong. What? The person ran away? What do you do for a living? In a rage, Madame Jiao sent all the security guards to have tea with God. Butler, what do you want, madam? Let Iron Overlord go out and kill the intruder just now. Uncle Frank was discovered by the security guards when he fled the villa just now. Although Uncle Frank drove the G-Class to escape the scene in time, his whereabouts had been spotted by Madame Jiao. Madam, Ironmonger is still a little out of control. Has his fighting power recovered? It has. Then let him do it. But, no buts. Someone sneaked into my house. If I, as the master, don't react at all, others will laugh at me for the rest of my life. Moreover, this matter is not good for my control over the entire Hell's Kitchen. Yes, madam, I will send Ironmonger out right away. 10 minutes later, Ironmonger took off into the air and flew over the villa. Ha ha ha. I'm finally free. That old witch wants me to listen to her. It's just a daydream. When Ironmonger was feeling complacent, he suddenly felt a sharp pain in his heart. Ironmonger fell directly from the air to the ground. Mrs. Jiao's housekeeper said with a cold face, Iron Overlord, we have placed a remote-controlled bomb in your heart. If you don't obey, you know the consequences. Damn it, it turns out you still have a trick up your sleeve. We can't take people like you lightly. Iron Overlord, hurry up and act. Kill that invader. Iron Overlord glared at the housekeeper fiercely, then flew into the air unwillingly. He chased after the G-Class driven by Uncle Frank. When Lu Nian left the villa, he was much more low-key than Uncle Frank. He jumped directly over the wall and landed outside the wall. Then Lu Nian took off the nano-knight armor, pretended to be nothing, and strolled in the Hell's Kitchen. But soon, Lu Nian saw Iron Overlord above the villa. Oh no, Uncle Frank is in danger. Lu Nian immediately contacted Uncle Frank. Uncle Frank, where are you? I'm on the road, just about to go home. Uncle Frank, you must not go home now. Why? Ironmonger is out. He might be chasing you. Where's the abomination? I've knocked the abomination down for now, and I've managed to escape from the villa. Do you want me to pick you up? Not for now. Uncle Frank, stop the car immediately and find a place to hide. Okay. After Uncle Frank hung up the phone, he immediately parked the G-Class on the side of the road, and quickly ran into a 24-hour convenience store on the side of the road, pretending to shop. Ironmonger arrived in an instant and flew above the G-Class. Ironmonger fired a micro-missile from his arm, which directly blew up the G-class. This mission is too easy. Ironmonger was too conceited to go forward to check the body. After finally having the opportunity to fly around, Ironmonger didn't want to go back to the villa now and continue to be imprisoned by Mrs. Jiao. So, Ironmonger flew a few laps over New York to stretch his muscles. As a result, Ironmonger was unfortunately spotted by Tony Stark. In Stark Tower, Tony Stark was reading the Avengers plan sent by Nick Fury. Butler Jarvis suddenly reminded, "Mr. Stark, I found traces of Ironmonger in the sky above New York City." Tony Stark immediately laughed when he heard it. "Ha ha ha. Ironmonger? Impossible. He has been completely destroyed by me, Mr. Stark." "It's true." Butler Jarvis immediately played the video of Ironmonger's flight in front of Tony Stark. Tony Stark opened his mouth wide, with a look of eating shit. This, my dear Obadiah Stane is resurrected. I don't know what happened here specifically, but it's true." "Okay, then let me kill him again." Tony Stark immediately put on the iron suit and set out to deal with Ironmonger. "Obadiah Stane, you idiot. Why didn't you fly back in time after completing the mission? What if Tony Stark found you? What's wrong with me stretching my muscles? What are you afraid of? It would be even better if Tony Stark found me. I can just have another showdown with him." The angry roar of Madame Jiao's housekeeper came from the other end of the phone. "You idiot, 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 old man. Shut your mouth, you big bastard." Just as Ironmonger and Madame Jiao's housekeeper were hurting each other, a burst of machine gun fire suddenly rang out, interrupting the quarrel between the two. Tony Stark asked uncertainly, "Obadiah Stane, Tony Stark." As soon as Ironmonger saw Iron Man appear, his eyes immediately burst into fire. "Haha." From this tone, it seems that it is indeed my dear Obadiah Stane. "Tony Stark, I'm going to kill you." "Then you can try. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you that I am wearing the improved 3rd generation Iron Man suit now. You have to be careful." After Iron Man finished speaking, he started a hand-to-hand combat with Ironmonger in the air. Chapter 263 Ironmonger vs. Iron Man. Tony Stark constantly updates his Iron Man suit, but he ignores that his opponent is also improving. The current Ironmonger is wearing the 2nd generation Ironmonger suit provided by the Hand. But what does it matter? Iron Man is wearing the 3.5 version of the Iron Man suit, and Iron King is wearing the 2.0 version of the Ironmonger suit. Who is stronger and who is weaker can be seen from the version number. Iron Man and Ironmonger fought for several rounds, and Ironmonger was obviously at a disadvantage. Seeing that the situation was not good, Ironmonger decided to use weapons to deal with Iron Man. The heavy machine gun on Ironmonger's shoulder began to spit out flames and fired wildly at Iron Man. Iron Man made a beautiful big turn in the air to avoid the attack of the heavy machine gun. "It's impolite not to return the favor. This is my return to you." After Iron Man finished speaking, he pointed his left hand at Ironmonger. 2 micro-missiles were launched from the Iron Man's left arm Iron Man suit and flew towards Ironmonger. Ironmonger was frightened when he saw this and urgently made evasive moves in the air to avoid the incoming missiles. However, Iron Man fired a thermal tracking missile, and Ironmonger wanted to dodge it with a simple evasive move, which was obviously too much. "Damn, what kind of missile is this? Why is it always following me?" Ironmonger saw that the situation was not good and flew to the ground with the missile. At the moment of hitting the ground, the engine behind Ironmonger started horizontally and pulled away, but the 2 missiles had no time to change direction and hit the ground directly. Boom. A big hole was immediately blown out on the ground. Ironmonger returned to the air and continued to fight with Iron Man. The 2 missiles fired by Iron Man just now made Ironmonger embarrassed, so Ironmonger decided to fight back with missiles. Ironmonger's back suddenly opened, and a black barrel appeared above Ironmonger's head. "This is a 40 howitzer." When Iron Man saw the howitzer, he secretly said in his heart that it was not good. Ironmonger didn't care about the lives of civilians, and used the howitzer to bombard Iron Man. Iron Man made evasive movements in the air to avoid the bombardment of the howitzer. But Iron Man saw that the shells of the howitzers fell on the ground, and many buildings and innocent civilians were affected. "Obadiah Stane, if you have the guts, come at me." "What's the point of attacking civilians?" Ironmonger said in a mocking tone. "Haha, If you have the guts, don't hide. Great Iron Man Tony Stark. Obadiah Stane. You are a complete lunatic. Killing you was the best decision I made in my life. It's a pity that I'm resurrected now. Now I just want to know, who saved you? A lunatic. Go to hell to find out. Iron Man. After Ironmonger finished speaking, he pointed both hands at Iron Man, in addition to the howitzer behind him. The 7.62 machine guns in Ironmonger's hands fired at the same time. 2 guns and 1 cannon burst out at the same time, pouring bullets and shells towards Iron Man. It was easy for Iron Man to avoid Ironmonger's attack, but it was a bit difficult for Iron Man to protect the innocent people on the ground. Ironmonger was like crazy, completely disregarding the lives of others, and wanted to kill Iron Man. At the same time, Lu Nian also successfully met Uncle Frank in the convenience store. Uncle Frank, are you okay? Fortunately you called and reminded me in time. Otherwise I would have been killed by Ironmonger now. Uncle Frank, where is Ironmonger? I don't know. Ironmonger is flying around in the air, and I can't find his whereabouts for a long time. Lu Nian heard explosions in the street not far away. Uncle Frank, wait for me here. I'll go over and take a look. Lu Nian, there is danger. Uncle Frank, it's okay. After Lu Nian finished speaking, he turned and ran towards the direction of the explosion. In the sky, the battle entered a white-hot stage, and Ironmonger and Iron Man continued to hurt each other. Lu Nian came to the bottom of the 2 people and saw a tragic scene. Many buildings were hit by shells and the fire was burning. The cries, screams and cries for help were endless. Lu Nian did not hesitate for a moment and rushed to save people immediately. Lu Nian first rescued more than a dozen survivors from the crumbling building. Then, Lu Nian braved the hail of bullets and saved the lives of 2 children. The spectators around were moved by Lu Nian's selfless behavior and stepped forward to help save people. When the police, firefighters and ambulances arrived at the scene, all the injured had been properly treated. After saving people, Lu Nian had time to look at Ironmonger in the air. As a result, Lu Nian saw Iron Man at a glance. Fuck, it turned out to be the damned Tony. Shit, I said. Can you protect the people on the ground? Lu Nian's voice was so loud that Iron Man and Ironmonger heard it. Haha, Tony Stark, it seems someone is very dissatisfied with you. Tony Stark looked in the direction of the voice and saw Lu Nian on the ground at a glance. You bastard, how dare you say that to me? Where is your pizza shop? I have been waiting for you for almost a month. How dare you play missing with me? How abominable. You made me unable to eat delicious pizza every noon. You need to be responsible. Take responsibility for nothing. Look at these innocent people on the ground. They are all harmed by you. Do you know how to fight? If you can't fight, go home and don't embarrass yourself there. Mr. Tony the shit. Iron Man stood aside with interest, watching Lu Nian and Tony Stark's verbal battle. Asshole, don't call me like that. I called you. So what? Mr. Tony the shit. Iron Man was so angry at Lu Nian that he left Iron Man behind and rushed towards Lu Nian. Seeing this, Lu Nian immediately prepared to fight back. As a result, Iron Man rushed out halfway and knocked Iron Man out. Obadiah Stane, what are you doing? I'm not attacking you now. I just don't like you. Obadiah Stane, are you looking for death? At this time, a guy wearing an iron suit flew in the sky not far away. Tony, do you need help? Rod, why are you here? The police asked the military for help. Do you think I should come? Rod, you're just in time. Stop Ironmonger for me. I'll go take care of that brat first. James Rhodes, Tony Stark's friend, is the real superhero War Machine. War Machine, like Iron Man, relies on the high-tech iron suit. War Machine's iron suit was developed based on Iron Man Mark II's iron suit. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelist. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We are waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 264, The Great Melee, Part 1. Tony, remember, you owe me a favor, War Machine said, and flew directly towards Iron Man. Okay. Iron Man flew towards Lu Nian without hesitation. Iron Man wanted to help Lu Nian, but he was out of reach. You are War Machine. who belongs to the US military, right? Yes, he. Just a lackey of the military. I hate the tone of your voice. Same here. Before the voice fell, War Machine and Iron Man started a fierce close combat. Without Iron Man's restraint, Iron Man can finally settle accounts with Lu Nian. Facing Tony Shit, who came to find trouble, Lu Nian was not polite. If Tony Stark didn't wear the iron suit, Lu Nian could beat dozens of Tony Starks alone. But facing the Iron Man version of Tony Shit, Lu Nian had some difficulties dealing with it. Lu Nian's biggest weakness is that he can't fly. Iron Man, with his huge thrust, hit Lu Nian head-on. Lu Nian put both of his palms on his chest at the same time, trying to withstand the impact of Iron Man. Iron Man knew that Lu Nian was an ordinary person, so he reduced the thrust in time when he was about to hit him. Iron Man just wanted to scare Lu Nian. If Lu Nian got hurt, who would he find to make pizza for him? Lu Nian didn't know what Iron Man was thinking. Lu Nian saw Iron Man flying towards him, and without thinking, he hit him with all his strength. Iron Man, who was not mentally prepared, was directly hit by Lu Nian and flew away. Everyone around him put on an unbelievable expression. What did I just see? Iron Man was actually hit and flew away by this kid with a slap? Did I just have an illusion? Iron Man got up from the ground and cursed casually. Fuck. Iron Man still couldn't believe that Lu Nian's strength was so strong that he could hit him away. Damn boy, you asked for it. This time, Iron Man didn't hold back and flew towards Lu Nian with all his strength. After Lu Nian hit Iron Man away, he was also shocked. No way. When did Iron Man become so weak? Although Lu Nian didn't know how strong Iron Man was, he felt that Iron Man's strength should be at least comparable to his own. But Lu Nian never dreamed that he would send Iron Man flying with just a casual push. But when Iron Man rushed towards him for the second time, Lu Nian felt a fatal threat. Lu Nian immediately focused and took the same posture as before. He overlapped his hands, palms facing outward, in front of himself, and stretched his arms forward, trying to block the impact of Iron Man. Bang! The collision between the two people made a loud noise. This time, it was Lu Nian who flew backwards. At the moment when he was hit by Iron Man, Lu Nian felt as if he was hit by a speeding car. The huge impact force made Lu Nian unable to avoid it. Lu Nian fell to the ground, and after holding on for a few seconds, he finally couldn't help it and a mouthful of blood spurted out of his mouth. Puff. Iron Man floated in front of Lu Nian with a smug look on his face. You bastard, it seems you're not that great. Lu Nian covered his aching chest and cursed miserably. Tony Shit. You are so shameless. If you have the guts, take off your ass and fight me. Haha. Since the whole world knows that I'm Iron Man, why should I take off my Iron Man suit to fight you? If I take off my Iron Man suit, am I still Iron Man? Of course not. So I have to put on my Iron Man suit to fight you. Tony Shit, you're not a man. Whether I am a man or not, you can come over and try it. Bah, you shameless guy. Hearing this, Lu Nian spat fiercely on the ground. Tony Stark didn't care at all. Lu Nian, will your pizza shop open tomorrow? Lu Nian replied unhappily. No. Open? No. If you open for business tomorrow, I will pay for your medical expenses. Get lost. You hurt me. Of course you have to pay for the medical expenses. Do you know how much it costs for me to spit out a mouthful of blood? Lu Nian, stop trying to make trouble. You knocked me away the first time, and I haven't settled the score with you yet. Bah, how dare you say that? Why did I knock you away the first time? I was kind enough to let you go at the time, but who knew you were so strong that you could actually knock me away? You deserve it. You bullied me. Let's not talk about this now. Lu Nian, if you open for business tomorrow, I will give you $100,000 for medical expenses, the kind that will be deposited immediately. You want to get rid of me with just $100,000? No, at least $2 million. What Lu Nian didn't expect was that Tony Stark agreed so readily. Deal. I'll go to your pizza shop for lunch tomorrow at noon. Prepare one of each pizza for me. Thank you, Iron Man said, and flew back into the air to join the battle. Lu Nian stayed there in a daze, looking at Iron Man's back, unable to speak. In the sky, the battle between Ironmonger and War Machine was very stalemate. Ironmonger and War Machine were equally matched, and neither could do anything to the other. After all, These two suits are products of the same era, both of which belong to the 2.0 version of the Iron Suit. At this time, Iron Man rejoined the battle. Iron Man and War Machine fought 2 against 1, and Ironmonger was quickly defeated. Ironmonger said with hatred and contempt, "You two guys are so despicable. You actually beat one with 2 people. Rod, you watch the fight. I'll take care of him myself. Tony, forget about other things, but I can't let you today. He just insulted me. I must defeat him with my own hands. No, 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 Rod, you must give him to me today. I still have an old account with Obadiah Stane to settle." "I don't care, that's your business, it has nothing to do with me." War Machine finished speaking and flew towards Ironmonger at an accelerated speed. "Rod, you are not righteous." Iron Man was not to be outdone, and also flew towards Ironmonger at an accelerated speed. Seeing that the situation was not good, Ironmonger ran away directly. "Rod, you go to the left of that guy. You must not let him get away." "Tony, stop commanding me." War Machine finished speaking and obediently went around Ironmonger's left road to outflank him. Seeing this, Iron Man smiled and accelerated to chase Ironmonger. "Damn it, these 2 guys are chasing me so closely. Hey, I'm being targeted by 2 bastards. Come and save me." At this point, Iron Overlord had no choice but to ask Mrs. Zhao for help. Chapter 265, The Great Melee, Part 2. Mrs. Zhao was very angry after receiving the call for help from Iron Overlord. Mrs. Zhao's housekeeper took the opportunity to complain. "Madam, this bastard Obadiah Stane completely ignored you. You ordered him to kill the invaders and come back, but he insisted on wandering outside, which attracted Iron Man and War Machine. Anyway, he is an important chess piece in my hand, and I can't let him die like this. Call Abomination over." "Madam, Abomination has been drugged by the latest anesthetic and fell asleep." "Then wake him up for me." "Madam, you know that if Abomination is woken up while he is sleeping, he will be furious." "Waste. Do you still want me to take action myself to save Obadiah Stane?" "Madam, in fact, we can use the power of the hand to save Obadiah Stane." "Absolutely not. Iron Man and War Machine are not something ordinary people can deal with. Except for Abomination, no one else can do it." "Madam, we also have Crocodile Man, but he doesn't listen to my orders at all." "Now, one of Abomination and Crocodile Man must be sent to support Ironmonger, otherwise it will be difficult for Ironmonger to escape unscathed from the joint attack of Iron Man and War Machine. Wake up the Abomination immediately, no matter what." Madame Zhao finally decided to rely on the Abomination. "Yes, ma'am." Seeing that Madame Zhao had made up her mind, the housekeeper had no choice but to send someone to risk his life to wake up the Abomination. With a roar, the security guard who went to wake up the Abomination was instantly torn to pieces. After the roar of the Abomination disappeared, Madame Zhao's housekeeper boldly walked into the Abomination's room. "Student Emil Bronsky, we need to trouble you with something." "What is it?" "Tell me." "Ironmonger." "Oh, Obadiah Stane disappeared, and he is in a little trouble now. Iron Man and War Machine are attacking him together. Madame Zhao hopes that you can take action and bring Mr. Obadiah Stane back to the villa safely." The Abomination turned around and replied with a grim face, "For supper tonight, I want to eat a cow." The butler nodded tremblingly and agreed. "Yes, Mr. Emil Bronsky, I will send someone to prepare supper for you tonight immediately." After speaking, beads of sweat kept flowing down the butler's forehead. Facing the terrifying Abomination, the butler felt that he had no sense of security at all. The Abomination had a very bad temper. On average, there was an unlucky security guard who was torn to pieces by the Abomination because he angered the Abomination. "Old man, you looked scared." "Am I this scary?" "No, number." "Mr. Emil Bronsky, you are not scary at all." "Really? Then why are you shaking?" "That's because I feel a little cold." "Yes, a little cold." Hearing this, Abomination said with a fake smile, "If you are cold, put on more clothes. You are old, don't freeze to death one day." "Thank you Mr. Emil Bronsky for your concern. I will definitely put on more clothes." After the butler negotiated with Abomination, he hurriedly left Abomination's room. After leaving the room, the butler patted his heart and cursed viciously, Who tilde I am scared to death. Bastard. If it weren't for the fact that the lady valued you, who would care about a monster like you? Abomination jumped out of the window of the room and ran to the street. With his excellent eyesight, Abomination quickly found the three people in the sky. Ironmonger was in front, and Iron Man and War Machine were behind. Abomination quickly ran in the direction of Ironmonger. It rushed along the way, damaging many cars and public facilities. Seeing that the distance was close, the Abomination shouted to Ironmonger, "Hey, Obadiah Stane, come to me." When Ironmonger saw the Abomination appear, he knew that his reinforcements had arrived. Ironmonger flew towards the direction of the Abomination without hesitation. Iron Man and War Machine were shocked when they saw the Abomination appear. "Tony, what is that guy? Is he your friend too?" "Rod, stop joking. I'm sure this guy is not on my pet list." "Tony, maybe you remembered it wrongly." "Rod, I swear I won't remember it wrongly." "Tony, what did you eat this morning?" "Sandwich." "Beef filling." "No, Tony, I promise you remembered it wrongly. That's what you ate yesterday morning." "Rod, you're talking nonsense." "No, I'm not talking nonsense." "Tony, it's 0 o'clock on June 4th, and it's not even this morning." "I said you remembered it wrongly, but you still don't admit it." "Rod, you bastard." Faced with a powerful enemy, Tony Stark and James Rhodes were still in the mood to talk nonsense. While Iron Man and War Machine were talking nonsense, Abomination and Ironmonger successfully connected. "Obadiah Stane, you are really in a mess. You are being chased like a stray dog." "Abomination, stop talking nonsense. I guarantee that you can't resist any one of Iron Man and War Machine." "Asshole, don't call me Abomination anymore. My name is Milbronsky." "I am happy to call you Abomination. What can you do to me?" "Then go deal with those two big iron blocks yourself." After saying this, Abomination turned around and left. The situation was stronger than the person. Ironmonger immediately admitted his weakness. "Milbronsky? That's the name, right? Milbronsky. Come back, Humphrey. We each fight one. Isn't that fair? Do you still want to continue fighting?" "Why not? Are you afraid?" "Will I be afraid? Impossible." "Okay, then you go deal with Iron Man, and I'll deal with the real machine." Ironmonger decisively handed the difficult Iron Man to Abomination. "Okay." Abomination agreed without saying a word. On the streets of New York, another big battle is about to break out. Abomination and Ironmonger, fighting Iron Man and War Machine. On the other side, after Tony Stark left, Lu Nian quickly returned to Uncle Friend. "Uncle Friend, we should go back." "Where's the car? Where did you park it?" The G-Class was blown up by Ironmonger." "That's the new car we just bought." "I know, but Ironmonger blew it up, that bastard." "Hundreds of thousands of dollars just went down the drain." "Lu Nian, don't be angry." "Uncle Friend, if I see him again, I will beat him up." Before Lu Nian finished speaking, War Machine forcibly pushed Ironmonger to the street where Lu Nian and Uncle Friend were, and then flashed by. Chapter 266, The Great Melee, Part 2. Seeing this, Uncle Friend joked, "Lu Nian, are you going out to deal with Iron Overlord?" "Uncle Friend, then you wait here. I'll be back soon." After Lu Nian finished speaking, the figure immediately disappeared into the night. Uncle Friend heard this and quickly shouted, "Lu Nian, I'm kidding. Don't go over there." It is unknown whether Lu Nian heard Uncle Friend's words. Lu Nian quickly ran to an empty alley, pressed the black button on his watch, and transformed into a cavalier. Now, Lu Nian also has the capital to join the battle. On the ground, Abomination and Iron Man are fighting fiercely. Abomination is a strength hero, who can only fight in close combat. Iron Man is a half-strength and half-agility hero, sometimes fighting in close combat with Abomination, and sometimes launching long-range attacks. And Iron Man's advantage over Abomination is that Iron Man can fly. Just based on this point, Iron Man is invincible. But Abomination is not a pushover. Abomination picked up a street lamp and threw it towards Iron Man in the air. Iron Man dodged the street lamp and said, "Fuck, you freak, you threw the street lamp as a dart." Abomination found that he couldn't hit Iron Man no matter how hard he tried, and roared angrily, "Big idiot, what's wrong? Are you angry? Do you need me to help you calm down?" Iron Man said, and stretched out his right hand, A 7.62 machine gun appeared on Iron Man's right arm. The machine gun began to roar, and countless bullets poured into Abomination. But for Abomination, these bullets were just like tickling. Iron Man was shocked to see that the 7.62 bullets were ineffective against Abomination. Big idiot, I didn't realize you're so tough. Come down and fight me if you dare. Come up and fight me if you dare. Asshole. Abomination grabbed an innocent lamp on the roadside again and threw it into the sky. But Iron Man dodged it easily again. Big idiot, how was it? Was my dodge just now beautiful? Iron Man deliberately mocked Abomination to anger Abomination. Asshole, asshole. Abomination suddenly jumped up and tried to grab Iron Man in the sky. Iron Man rose slightly and dodged Abomination's sneak attack. Big idiot, sneak attacks are not a good habit. Abomination looked around and suddenly found a good idea. Abomination walked in front of a car and lifted it up. At this time, an innocent father and son were sitting in the car. Iron Coffin, if you don't come down and fight me, I will tear this car to pieces. As for the people in this car, the man and the child in the car immediately opened the window and shouted, "Help, help, save us. Someone come and save us." Iron Man saw this scene and didn't take it to heart. At this time, Iron Man had not yet awakened his sense of social responsibility. Now Iron Man is essentially a playboy and billionaire bastard. Iron Man decisively shouted to the father and son in the car, "Hey, gentlemen in the car, you can tell me your bank account, and I will transfer you $1 million right now, just as a little gift from me. Whether you live or die today, this $1 million belongs to you. No, no, for God's sake, you must save us. Please." Iron Man, "Dad, I don't want to die. Dad, I don't want to die." Lu Nian saw the whole scene on the side of the road. Lu Nian, who was full of justice, sneered at what Iron Man did. "Tony shit, this bastard. He doesn't even care about human life. It's so abominable." Iron Man didn't save him, so Cavalier went to save him. Lu Nian, wearing pure silver nano knight armor, suddenly rushed out from the side of the road, slid between the legs of the Abomination with a beautiful slide, came to the back of the Abomination, and then punched the back of the Abomination hard. Iron Man in the sky was shocked to see Cavalier appear. "Hey, that cosplay guy, are you crazy?" Unfortunately, Cavalier's punch was useless. The Abomination turned his head and saw Cavalier. The Abomination immediately yelled, "It's you." Cavalier replied with a smile, "Yes, it's me. I'm going to kill you." The Abomination threw the car in his hand aside, turned around and pounced on Cavalier. The car was severely deformed, and the father and son in the car were trapped and unable to escape. At this time, Iron Man flew over, forcibly pulled down the car door, and rescued the father and son in the car. "Hurry up and find a safe place to hide. This is not the place for you to stay." Even without Iron Man's reminder, the father and son planned to run away immediately. Iron Man turned his head and saw Cavalier, Knight, and Abomination fighting. Just now in the villa, Cavalier, Knight, had experienced the terrible power of Abomination, so now, Cavalier, Knight, just kept wandering around Abomination and didn't want to fight Abomination head-on. But Cavalier, Knight, underestimated the agility of Abomination. Abomination has more perfect strength, endurance and speed than the Hulk. Fuck, how can Abomination be so fast? It's really unfair. Cavalier, Knight, just wanted to cheat and trick Abomination to a sewer entrance to plot against Abomination. Abomination fell into the trap and stepped into the sewer. Cavalier, Knight, seized the opportunity and punched Abomination's head with all his strength. Who knew the Abomination had already stepped into the air, but he jumped directly into the air and dodged Cavalier's fist. At the same time, when he landed, he put his hands together and hit Cavalier's back hard. Cavalier knew that something was wrong, and immediately rolled on the ground several times to avoid the attack of the Abomination. At this time, Iron Man asked in a slightly frivolous tone, "Hey, the guy who likes cosplay over there, do you need help?" Cavalier replied unhappily, "If you want to help, help me. Stop talking nonsense." "You ask for help in this tone?" At this time, Lu Nian was forced into a corner and had no way to avoid it. "Haha, now, you're dead." The Abomination raised his big fist without hesitation and smashed it towards Cavalier. Hey, just think of it as me taking the initiative to help others. Iron Man laughed at himself, raised his right hand again, and fired a small missile at the abomination. Boom. The abomination was hit by the missile. All the shock waves of the explosion were perfectly blocked by the abomination's huge body, so Cavalier Knight was unharmed. Cavalier Knight took advantage of the gap between the explosions and jumped, successfully escaping from the abomination's attack range. Chapter 267, The Great Melee, End. Cavalier Knight came to Iron Man and complained loudly, "Since you decided to help, couldn't you have done it earlier? I almost died just now. Aren't you still alive? Bah. Didn't you see that I almost died just now? Haha. Even if you die, you can't blame me. It was you who insisted on going up to fight that big fool. I was doing it to save people. Do you have any evidence?" You said you were doing it to save people. Do you have any evidence? At this moment, the smoke cleared, and the hateful figure appeared again. Iron Man saw that abomination was fine, and he cursed, "Fuck. Even missiles can't hurt this monster." Iron Man, this guy is called Abomination, and it is a monster created by the combined effects of gamma rays and super soldier serum. Abomination? This ghost looks really disgusting. Wait, gamma rays, super soldier serum? Isn't this an experiment the military is doing? Is this guy a member of the military? He used to be. Fuck. Isn't this the work of that madman in the military, General Ross? General Ross, whose full name is Thaddeus E. Ross, is a lieutenant general of the United States Air Force and is known as Thunderbolt. General Ross has devoted his entire life to doing one thing, that is, capturing Bruce Banner. Hulk, I don't know. Iron Man heard this and couldn't help but complain. What else do you know? You don't know anything. Me. Before Cavalier Knight finished speaking, Abomination grabbed a car on the side of the road again and threw it at Cavalier Knight and Iron Man. Iron Man quickly flew into the air. Cavalier Knight also reacted quickly, jumping up and avoiding the flying car, but after Cavalier Knight landed, before he could stand firm, Abomination rushed in front of him. Abomination knew that Iron Man could fly and was not easy to deal with, so he shifted his attention to Cavalier Knight, who could not fly. Bang! Cavalier Knight was punched away by Abomination after landing unsteadily. Seeing this, Iron Man immediately opened fire to support. The 7.62 machine guns on Iron Man's two arms kept spitting out flames, suppressing Abomination's actions. Cavalier Knight took the opportunity to breathe a sigh of relief. Fuck, who can withstand this kind of perverted power? The strongest opponent Lu Nian had encountered before was the security captain of Calcutta Shadow Academy. Now, the position of the strongest opponent has changed, and Abomination deservedly occupies the position of the strongest opponent. Abomination, a man with a normal attack and a critical hit. No, a monster. The Abomination waved his fist at Cavalier again, despite Iron Man's machine gun fire. Seeing this, Cavalier quickly rolled on the ground to avoid the Abomination's attack. While dodging, Cavalier yelled at Iron Man, "Iron Man, can you do something useful? Your little attack doesn't work at all." Iron Man hesitated. "Are you sure you want me to do something useful? It's already this time. Are you still holding back? Okay, this is what you asked for." Iron Man quickly flew into the air and aimed at the Abomination with a sight, while muttering, "Cosplay guy, don't blame me. This time it was really what you asked for." Iron Man used the only cluster bomb in his iron suit. The power of this cluster bomb is several times that of a missile. After confirming that the target was accurate, Iron Man released the cluster bomb. Boom, boom, boom. The continuous violent explosions raised a lot of dust and wrapped the Abomination. The unlucky Cavalier was also caught in the explosion. Cavalier cursed in his heart. Fuck. Damn Iron Man, are you going to kill me so that you can inherit my pizza shop? The smoke cleared, and Abomination was exposed to everyone's sight again. But at this time, Abomination looked a little miserable, with blood and flesh all over his skin. Even the strengthened skin could not withstand the attack of cluster bombs. Abomination knelt on the ground, looking at Iron Man in the sky with hatred. If eyes could kill, Iron Man would have gone to have tea with God at this moment. Iron Man pretended to be ignorant and asked, "Stupid big guy, Why are you staring at me? Iron Man, I will kill you. Haha, it's a pity that you can't catch me. Don't think you're great just because you can fly. Just wait. Cavalier suddenly shouted. Iron Man, don't stop. Keep attacking. Cavalier found that the wounds on Abomination's body were healing rapidly at a speed visible to the naked eye. Iron Man muttered, monster. The next second, more than a dozen micro-missiles flew towards the Abomination. Boom, boom, boom. The Abomination had not recovered from the cluster bomb attack just now, and was hit hard again. A trace of blood flowed from the corner of the Abomination's mouth. Cavalier, Knight, did not stay in a daze. After the explosion, without waiting for the smoke to dissipate, Cavalier, Knight, immediately rushed up and attacked the Abomination. Iron Man also flew down from the air and cooperated with Cavalier, Knight, to beat up the Abomination, but they underestimated the endurance and recovery ability of the Abomination. Although it suffered heavy blows in succession, these attacks were not enough to be fatal. After a few minutes, the Abomination gradually recovered. At this time, Iron Man and Cavalier, Knight, had already punched hundreds of times. Iron Man punched the Abomination's right face again. As a result, Iron Man's fist was grabbed by the Abomination before it touched the face of the Abomination. Do you feel good fighting? Ha ha ha. Iron Man, you finally fell into my hands. I'm going to tear you apart. At this time, Iron Man was anxious and quickly shouted to Cavalier, cosplay guy, come and save me. Cavalier replied unhappily, I'm already saving him. Cavalier launched continuous attacks from behind Abomination, and each attack was done with all his strength. However, for Abomination, Cavalier's attack was only slightly stronger than tickling. Iron Man, die, Abomination said, and began to exert force on his hands. Jarvis' voice immediately came to Iron Man's mind. Mr. Stark, the damage rate of the suit has reached 1%, 2%, 3%. The damage rate of the suit has exceeded 20%. If you don't take off the suit, you may die. Iron Man's life was hanging by a thread. Cavalier knew that Iron Man was about to die, and he was extremely anxious. Cavalier, Knight, looked around nervously, and suddenly a plan came to his mind. Cavalier, Knight, rushed to the side of the road and found a large piece of iron rod. Cavalier, Knight, then jumped on the head of the Abomination, and with both hands at the same time, he fiercely inserted the iron rod into the eyes of the Abomination. Chapter 268. A favor. The Abomination let out a very miserable scream, and his hand couldn't help but loosen. Iron Man took the opportunity to get rid of the Abomination's restraint and flew back into the air. Cavalier, Knight, succeeded in one blow and immediately dodged far away. Cavalier, Knight, knew that the Abomination might go crazy next. As a result, at this critical moment, the voice of Iron Man reached Cavalier, Knight's ears. Cosplay guy, I'm sorry, because the Iron Man suit is seriously damaged, so I have to go back now. That stupid big guy will be left to you to deal with. I'm counting on you. After Iron Man finished speaking, he actually ran away. Cavalier, Knight, saw Iron Man running away, and cursed, Tony shit. You ungrateful bastard, go to hell. Iron Man, who had already flown far away, suddenly sneezed, and then muttered to himself, is someone thinking about me? The Abomination saw Iron Man running away and laughed, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, I wonder who will come to save you now. Cavalier, Knight, turned around and faced the Abomination, and couldn't help but secretly groan in his heart. In a one-on-one situation, Cavalier, Knight, is definitely not a match for the Abomination. Go to hell. Before the Abomination finished speaking, he suddenly pounced on Cavalier, Knight. Cavalier, Knight, saw that the situation was not good, and wanted to slip away. Cavalier, Knight, rolled on the ground and avoided the fist of the Abomination. The Abomination missed the first blow and immediately launched a series of attacks. Cavalier, Knight, has been in a passive state of being beaten, and the situation is precarious. At this time, a person who surprised Cavalier, Knight, came to rescue. Seeing who the person was, Cavalier, Knight, couldn't help but exclaimed, Daredevil, Daredevil, no matter who you are, we will talk about it later. The most urgent thing is to get rid of this big guy in front of us first. Daredevil, Daredevil, said, and bravely attacked the abomination. Cavalier sighed when he saw this. Cavalier thought Daredevil's help was a complete suicide. He couldn't even deal with the abomination, so Daredevil was definitely not the opponent of the abomination. But the reality slapped Cavalier's face. Daredevil was good at prediction. This was similar to Lu Nian's superpower of dodging, but it was more powerful than the superpower of dodging. Dodging was a physical instinct that could only avoid the opponent's attack, while prediction could determine the opponent's movement trajectory in advance and then make the most correct choice, which could not only avoid the opponent's attack but also launch a counterattack. Moreover, Daredevil's actual combat experience far exceeded Cavalier's. Daredevil knew from the size of the abomination that the abomination must have amazing strength and endurance, and a head-on confrontation was definitely the worst option. Daredevil observed the surrounding terrain and decided to use the surrounding cars to launch a counterattack. There happened to be a tanker not far from the battlefield. Daredevil tricked Abomination step by step to the vicinity of the tanker and then detonated the tanker. Boom! With a loud bang, Abomination was drowned in the smoke. "Hey, why are you still standing there like an idiot? Run!" It turned out that all Daredevil did was just to prepare for escape. Cavalier immediately said contemptuously, "Run? Why run? Are you stupid? You still want to fight even though you can't win? Follow me." Daredevil said nothing and took Cavalier's hand and fled the scene. The smoke cleared, leaving Abomination with an angry face. Although the explosion of the tanker was very powerful, it was within the tolerance range for Abomination. However, Abomination's skin was still damaged to a certain extent. Abomination saw that Cavalier and Daredevil were gone, and he could not help but roar towards the sky in anger. Cavalier and Daredevil, who had already run far away, heard Abomination's roar and could not help but tease him. "The Abomination must be furious now. He didn't expect us to run away." Running away is not a shameful thing. You have to remember, there is life, there is hope. In the future, if you can beat him, fight him. If you can't, run away. "Thank you, I see. But by the way, Daredevil, why did you appear there, just on my way?" "On my way? You rushed out to save my life just on your way?" "When you teamed up with Iron Man just now, I was watching the battle." Cavalier heard this and roared angrily, "Then why didn't you rush out to help at that time? If we were 3 against 1, we would definitely be able to defeat the Abomination." Daredevil heard this and smiled slightly. "Haha, are you sure you are telling the truth?" "Matilda should. Probably. The Abomination is not an enemy we can deal with. Next time you meet the Abomination, stay away from it." "Are you advising me to bow to the evil forces?" "No, I won't. The prerequisite for fighting is that you have to stay alive. It is a very unwise choice to fight when you know you can't win." Cavalier couldn't help but fall into deep thought after hearing this. Once upon a time, Cavalier was full of disdain for Daredevil's actions. Whenever he met a powerful opponent, Daredevil would always persuade him to give up. Thinking of this, Cavalier suddenly clenched his fists tightly. "No, impossible. I will never escape or retreat." "Then you can wait for your head to be broken and bloody. Next time, you won't have such good luck as today to successfully escape from death." You, although I don't know who you are, I feel that you are very familiar. You should be my friend. I don't want my friends to be in danger." "Think about what I just said," Daredevil said, patted Cavalier's shoulder in a friendly way, then jumped and disappeared into the night of New York. After confirming that Daredevil had gone far away, Cavalier clapped his hands 3 times, and the nano-knight armor on his body was immediately put back into the watch. Cavalier changed back to Lu Nian. Who tilda after changing back to an ordinary person, Lu Nian let out 2 long breaths. Tonight's experience is enough for Lu Nian to brag about for a long time. Unfortunately, no one knows Lu Nian's true identity, except number 1. Lu Nian returned to the 24-hour convenience store and found Uncle Friend. "Uncle Friend, I'm back." Chapter 269 The Despised Iron Man. "Lu Nian, are you okay?" "Uncle Friend, do I look like I'm in trouble?" Although Lu Nian insisted that he was fine, Uncle Friend still stepped forward and carefully checked Lu Nian to confirm that there was no parts damage on Lu Nian's body. Lu Nian had just put on the nano-knight armor to fight. This nano-knight armor can offset most of the damage from attacks and explosions, protecting Lu Nian's body from being too seriously injured. This is another black technology. After the inspection, Uncle Frank nodded and said with relief, "Well, there is indeed nothing wrong with the body." Uncle is relieved. "Uncle Frank, let's go home first. I'm a little sleepy now." After experiencing a fierce battle with the abomination, Lu Nian felt extremely tired. Although the nanite armor can protect Lu Nian's body from harm, it cannot eliminate Lu Nian's physical fatigue. Uncle Frank saw Lu Nian's bloodshot eyes and felt very distressed. "Lu Nian, Uncle will take you home now." Uncle Frank helped Lu Nian out of the convenience store, snoring tilde as a result. When they walked to the door of the convenience store, Uncle Frank heard Lu Nian snoring. Lu Nian actually fell asleep while walking. Haha. Uncle Frank smiled bitterly and carried Lu Nian on his back. The streets were in a mess after the battle just now. Uncle Frank couldn't even get a car now. In the sky, Ironmonger and War Machine finally fought to a draw. Two big iron blocks. Neither could do anything to the other, so the two sides agreed to fight again another day and left. Ironmonger and Abomination returned to Mrs. Jiao's villa. Iron Man returned to Stark Tower. War Machine returned to the Special Operations Agency of the Ministry of Defense. Daredevil also returned to his home. A big melee finally came to an imperfect end. Uncle Frank couldn't find a car, so he had to carry Lu Nian on his back and walked towards home. It was more than 2 o'clock in the morning before Uncle Frank carried Lu Nian back home. After putting Lu Nian on the sofa, Uncle Frank was so tired that he fell asleep on the floor. At about 7 o'clock the next morning, Lu Nian woke up first. "Huh? Why am I at home?" Lu Nian turned his head and saw Uncle Frank sleeping soundly on the floor. Lu Nian quickly woke Uncle Frank up. Uncle Frank, wake up." "Ah, Lu Nian? Are you awake?" "Uncle Frank, why are you sleeping on the floor?" "We came back too late last night. I was so tired that I lay on the floor and slept." "Uncle Frank, how did we get back?" "I couldn't get a taxi last night, so I carried you home on my back." Hearing this, Lu Nian couldn't help but burst into tears. "Uncle Frank, thank you for your hard work." "Haha, this is what an uncle should do." "Uncle, go back to the room and take another nap. Do whatever you want and don't worry about me." "Okay." Yawn tilde. Uncle Frank yawned and went back to the room to catch up on his sleep. Lu Nian thought about it and felt that he had something important to do today. Suddenly, Lu Nian slapped his forehead. "Oh, right. That bastard Tony shit still owes me $2 million. Last night, Lu Nian scammed Iron Man and extorted $2 million from Tony shit for medical expenses. But the money has not been received yet." Lu Nian washed his face, changed his clothes, went out to take a taxi, and went straight to his pizza shop. Lu Nian now lives in Manhattan, and the pizza shop is located in Brooklyn. If Lu Nian goes to work, it will take at least an hour to travel. Lu Nian arrived at the pizza shop at around 9 o'clock in the morning. Because the shop had been cleaned by Lu Nian and Uncle Frank, it was very clean now. Lu Nian went to the supermarket next door to buy raw materials without saying a word. Since Tony Shid was willing to pay $2 million for medical expenses, Lu Nian would definitely not let Tony Shid leave hungry at noon. After purchasing, it was already past 10 o'clock. Lu Nian returned to the pizza shop and began to prepare to make pizza. As a result, less than an hour later, Tony Shid arrived at the store on time. "Brat, it's 11 o'clock. I'm here for lunch." "You bastard. Ever since I ate the pizza you made, I can't eat any other pizza anymore." "Mr. Tony, please keep your voice down and don't disturb the dining order in the pizza shop." "Bah, there's no dining order here. There are only you and me, and you're talking to me about dining order?" "Mr. Tony, 3 pizzas have been prepared, but before that, can you pay my medical bills? Isn't it just $2 million? Why are you chasing me so hard? Are you afraid that I owe you?" "I'm Tony Stark, playboy, billionaire, the dream lover of thousands of girls. The cover girl of every issue of Playboy magazine has had a scandal with me." Yes, you're awesome, you're awesome. I, Lu Nian, am just an insignificant little person. Huh, just know it." "Bah. In the middle of the fight last night, you actually ran away by yourself, leaving the knight alone to fight the abomination. You still have the nerve to do that? How did you know? Tony Stark's face immediately turned red and white when he heard this. This incident is one of the few black histories of Tony Stark. I was at the scene and saw your despicable behavior. That, Lu Nian, it's not what you think. I was because my Iron Man suit was seriously damaged and I couldn't continue to fight. So I chose to run away in desperation. Bah, no matter what reason you find, you can't cover up the fact that you are a deserter. Smelly boy, bring me pizza, I'm hungry. Tony Stark decided to change the subject and stop talking about this matter. Pay the medical expenses of $2 million first. I'm afraid you will run away soon. Tony Stark angrily asked the butler Jarvis to transfer $2 million to Lu Nian's account. Seeing the mobile phone prompt, Lu Nian was relieved. Fortunately, you still have some character this time. You didn't default on your debt. Tony Stark almost got angry again when he heard this. But Tony Stark had Lu Nian's handle, so he didn't dare to continue arguing with Lu Nian. So he had to vent his anger on pizza. Tony Stark ate 5 pizzas in one breath and his stomach was full. Seeing this, Lu Nian kindly reminded him, "Hey, you've eaten too much. Be careful not to die of fullness." Tony Stark replied unhappily, "Even if I die of fullness, you don't have to worry." Chapter 270 The Insidious Madame Jiao. Hearing this, Lu Nian immediately responded, "You deserve to die of overeating. I don't care about you anymore, Humphrey." Tony Stark finished eating 5 pizzas and wanted to stand up and walk a few steps, but suddenly found that he couldn't walk. That, Lu Nian, help me up. No time, busy ass, come quickly and help me up. Lu Nian rolled his eyes at Tony Stark and didn't move. What are you busy with, brat? You said you want 1 of each pizza. I only made 5, and there are more than 10 to make. No need to do it, I'm full. Come quickly and help me up. No, you spent $2 million. I must keep my promise. Bitch, you are going against me. I'm going against you. What can you do to me? Who just said in my pizza shop that I don't have to worry about it even if I die of overeating? Ahem, forget it. I'll get up by myself. Tony Stark struggled to get up from his seat, looking quite funny. Seeing this, Lu Nian immediately laughed mercilessly. Ha ha ha. Lu Nian, can you not laugh? No, Humphrey. After some effort, Tony Stark finally walked to the door of the pizza shop. Lu Nian, won't you come out and see me off? No, asshole. This meal cost me $2 million. $2 million is for medical expenses. This meal is my treat. Fuck. Lu Nian, you are a complete profiteer. Mr. Tony shit, I was kind enough to treat you to lunch. How did you become a profiteer? $2 million. Is this your service attitude? That's right. Then what kind of attitude do you want me to have? You are the only customer in the entire pizza shop, and I serve you alone. Aren't you satisfied? If the pizza you made wasn't delicious, I would have asked my lawyer to come to you. Do you think I'm afraid of you? If you have the guts, find a lawyer to sue me. Humphrey, who doesn't know a lawyer? You know a lawyer? With your poor look, which lawyer would be stupid enough to be willing to help you? Mr. Matthew Murdoch. Matthew Murdoch? Do you know Matthew Murdoch? Of course. And we have a pretty good relationship. Lu Nian still didn't know that Matthew Murdoch was actually Daredevil. Forget it. Forget it. I'll let you go this time. Tony Stark immediately gave in after hearing that Lu Nian knew Matthew Murdoch. Matthew Murdoch is very famous in the New York legal community and has almost never lost a case. At the same time, Uncle Frank finally got enough sleep and got up from the bed. The first thing Uncle Frank did after getting up was to send the bottle of white powder he found last night to a private laboratory for testing. The result made Uncle Frank feel very sorry. Uncle Frank did not find a drug that could bring people back to life, but a poison. This poison was newly developed by Mrs. Jiao for the purpose of controlling her subordinates. Once this poison is taken, it will be controlled by it for life. The main ingredient of this poison is a rare parasite. Once a person takes this poison, the parasite will stay in the host's brain and suck the host's brain marrow. This process is extremely painful. Many people will be killed in agony. Only after taking specific medicines can this parasite temporarily stop its activity. This horrible parasite is produced in the tropical rainforest of South America. Although the poison has been produced, Mrs. Jiao did not use it, because this poison has another drawback that has not been solved, that is, the dosage of the antidote. How to formulate a suitable dosage of the antidote, which can not only temporarily stop the parasite from moving, but also not stop moving for too long. A month is appropriate. The dosage of the antidote cannot have an error of 1 day, because the power of this parasite is terrifying. 1 day is enough for the parasite to eat up the host's brain and turn the host into a living dead. What Mrs. Jiao needs is for her subordinates to complete the task with all their heart and soul, rather than punishing them all and turning them into living dead. However, the dosage of the antidote requires a long period of accurate research to determine, so Mrs. Jiao temporarily put away this poison and put it aside. After Uncle Frank confirmed that this was a poison, he immediately came up with a plan. Is there a way to find an antidote for it? We don't know the efficacy of this poison now, so we can't determine its effect, let alone find its antidote. I'll leave this bottle of poison for you to study. I hope you can find its antidote as soon as possible. No problem. We will test the effect of the poison on mice and find its antidote as soon as possible. Then I'll leave it to you. After leaving the private laboratory, Uncle Frank decided to go to the pizza shop to find Lu Nian. Uncle Frank didn't eat breakfast and was very hungry, so Uncle Frank decided to go to Lu Nian's shop for a free meal. When Uncle Frank arrived at the pizza shop, he saw Tony Stark walking out of the pizza shop cursing. Uncle Frank waited for Tony Stark to leave before walking into the pizza shop. Lu Nian. Uncle Frank, you're here. I'm starving alone. Is there anything to eat? Haha. Pizza is enough for you. Uncle Frank, wait for me for a few minutes. No problem. Lu Nian went to the kitchen and prepared all the remaining dozen pizzas. Afterwards, Lu Nian closed the door of the pizza shop and drank with Uncle Frank. Lu Nian, why did you close the shop? Aren't you going to do business today? Let's start tomorrow. We didn't buy much raw materials today, just enough to make these. Too much. I can't finish it. Not much. I want to eat too. I just saw Tony Stark at the door. Yeah, did he come to your pizza shop to eat? Eating is just a side job. He came to pay his medical bills. Medical bills? What medical bills? Last night, when he was fighting the abomination, I got injured, so he came here today to pay some medical bills. Haha, I didn't expect him to be a good guy. Good guy? Him? Bah. Lu Nian immediately thought of last night, when Iron Man abandoned him and ran away alone. Anyway, Tony Stark has a good reputation. He often does charity work. TSK. I don't believe him. Lu Nian, you can't be jealous of the rich. Uncle Frank, am I such a superficial person? If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelist. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We are waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 271 Lu Nian's Concerns. A dozen pizzas were enough to fill the stomachs of Lu Nian and Uncle Frank. The two drank, ate pizza, and chatted about all kinds of news in New York City. The big battle last night could not be hidden from the New York media. Although the battle took place at night, there were still idle reporters who did not sleep at home and drove on the street at 12 o'clock in the evening, and accidentally photographed the hot battle scene. Abomination threw street lamps into the sky like throwing toys to attack Iron Man. The machine gun on Iron Man's arm spewed flames. Iron Man fired missiles. The Knight and the Abomination fought hand to hand. All of this was secretly recorded. Then, the next morning, a photo was published on the cover of the Daily Bugle, and the protagonist of the photo was Abomination. Abomination was holding a street lamp in his hand, with a hideous face. The headline of the Daily Bugle attracted people's attention, who brought them to New York. The article criticized Iron Man and War Machine, as well as the Knights who appeared later, and believed that they were the source of New York's disaster. Who brought them to New York? You? Me? No, none. It was the so-called superheroes who brought them to New York. If there were no superheroes, would these monsters still appear? With this report, the sales of Daily Bugle soared that day, and it successfully squeezed into the top 3 sales of New York newspapers. So, This story happened in Stark Tower this morning. Tony Stark casually threw the Daily Bugle in his hand into the trash can. Butler Jarvis asked, "Mr. Stark, are you angry?" "No, I'm not, Jarvis, but your expression is 99.99% close to the expression of a human being when he is angry. Haha. Isn't that a 1 in 10,000 probability that it is not an angry expression?" "Excuse me, Mr. Stark, you are in the first 99.99%, not the latter 1 in 10,000. Okay, I'm angry. I admit it. The damn Daily Bugle actually wrote such rubbish and slandered me. I am Iron Man." "Yes, you are Iron Man. Everyone in New York, no, everyone in the world knows that I am Iron Man." "Yes, everyone in the world knows that you are Iron Man." "Jarvis, is everything I do wrong?" "No, you are not wrong." "Then why do people always want to discredit me? Is it because my charitable donations are too little?" "I donate more than $1 billion a year." "Mr. Stark, this is not your fault. According to my analysis, newspapers always need to stir up conflicts between people in order to successfully attract people's attention and sell higher sales. Therefore, I suggest that you do not read newspapers on a regular basis, as this will lower your IQ." "Well, that makes sense." "It really makes sense." "Jarvis, help me cancel the subscription to the Daily Bugle. I will never read this kind of rubbish in newspaper again." "Okay, Mr. Stark, I'm so angry." "No, I'm going to find Lu Nian. He still owes me pizza." Tony Stark got into his sports car angrily and came to Lu Nian's pizza shop. The next step is to pay for the medical expenses, and then leave after eating a lot. After Lu Nian and Uncle Frant had eaten and drunk their fill, they planned to find something to do, but they didn't know what to do. "Uncle Frant, I used the bottle of pink liquid last night. It turned out to be a bottle of anesthetic. If you hadn't told me, I would have forgotten about it." "The bottle of white powder I took last night. I took it to the laboratory for research this morning, and it turned out to be a parasitic poison." "There really is nothing good in Mrs. Jiao's house." "You can't say that. That bottle of parasitic poison is very powerful. Ordinary people have no chance of survival after taking it." "Is it so powerful?" "Yeah, the abomination last night was so powerful that I couldn't beat him." "Haha. Even Iron Man can't beat abomination, let alone you." "Uncle Frant, let's try not to provoke Mrs. Jiao easily in the future. Even if Mrs. Jiao didn't have Abomination and Iron Man by her side, I would not be Mrs. Jiao's opponent." "Lu Nian, are you scared?" "Not scared. I just think that there are still many things we can do, and there is no need to keep an eye on Mrs. Jiao. As long as she doesn't take the initiative to provoke us, there is no need for us to offend Mrs. Jiao." Lu Nian said it very nicely, but in fact, Lu Nian didn't want to offend Mrs. Jiao because he was afraid. How could Lu Nian fight against Madame Jiao when he couldn't even defeat one abomination? Lu Nian knew that Madame Jiao was definitely stronger than himself. When it was a 1-on-2 fight, Lu Nian would definitely not have a good ending. What's more, Madame Jiao had a flying iron tyrant and a crocodile man by her side. Going against Madame Jiao was just courting death. At this time, Lu Nian finally understood what Jenny had said to him at the beginning. In New York, never offend two people, Madame Jiao and Kingpin. Mrs. Jiao's strength is so terrifying. I wonder how strong Kingpin is? Lu Nian forgot that he had had several brief encounters with Kingpin's men. The monster with a mechanical arm was Carl, Kingpin's subordinate. Carl Burbank, a professional killer nicknamed Executioner, was employed by Kingpin, the underground emperor of New York. His characteristic was that he had a mechanical right arm that could be transformed into various forms, a bit like the Terminator. Facing these terrifying monster-level opponents, Lu Nian really felt that he was a little overwhelmed. Uncle Frant is known as the strongest human on Earth, but in front of these monsters, he is nothing. Okay, Lu Nian, let's punish evil and promote good in the future and do what we can. As for those terrible monsters, let's leave them to those so-called superheroes to deal with. Yes, Lu Nian, let's go buy a car this afternoon. Buy a car? The G-Class was blown up by the Ironmonger last night. We need an off-road vehicle now. Lu Nian heard this and agreed without hesitation. Okay. Lu Nian and Uncle Frant came to a street of car dealers in New York. Lu Nian had $2 million in medical expenses and became rich instantly. Uncle Frank, do you still want to buy the G-Class? Don't worry, we'll take our time to choose. Anyway, we have plenty of time now. Uncle Frank compared prices from 3 stores and finally chose the Knight 15. The Knight 15 is a heavy off-road vehicle produced in Canada. It has a tough and sturdy appearance, like a tank driving on the road. The big K on the front of the car is domineering. However, the car's fuel consumption is close to 60 liters per 100 kilometers, which is not affordable for ordinary people. Chapter 272 Uninvited Guests. Sitting in the Knight 15, Lu Nian immediately felt superior, because the base of the Knight 15 is very high. It is higher than the surrounding cars. If you want to sit in the Knight 15 to see other cars, sorry, you have to lower your head to see. Haha, this car is so cool to drive. Uncle Frank was sitting in the driver's seat, very happy. As a tough guy, Uncle Frank has a natural liking for this kind of rugged off-road vehicle. Uncle Frank, you are satisfied. This car cost me $1 million. It's not expensive. Think about it. Spending $1 million to buy a tank. Do you think it's expensive? The cost of a T90 tank is $3.75 million, and the cost of an M1A2 tank is $5.8 million. In this comparison, the price of $1 million for the Knight 15 is not that expensive. Uncle Frank, tanks have artillery. What does this car have? I can just install a heavy machine gun on the car later. Do it yourself and you will have enough food and clothing. Uncle Frank drove the Knight 15 and took Lu Nian around New York. Uncle Frank called it a run-in for the new car, but Lu Nian felt that this was a complete waste of money. The fuel consumption is close to 60 liters per 100 kilometers. Even if it is diesel, it will cost thousands of dollars to run a circle in New York City. The average cost of running 1 kilometer is close to $1. The power of the Knight 15 is very strong. When you step on the accelerator to the bottom, the engine will roar and output power, and the feeling of pushing back will arise spontaneously. Driving the Knight 15 on the street, the rate of turning heads is absolutely 100%. Even on the streets of New York where luxury cars can be seen everywhere, it is no exception. People who drive the Knight 15 are destined to be low-key, enjoying the eyes cast by the people around. Uncle Frank felt a little floating. Ha ha ha. Uncle Frank, what are you laughing at? This car is so cool to drive. Uncle Frank, drive slowly, don't get into an accident. Don't worry, I'll drive. At the same time, a bloody massacre was taking place in an old house in the suburbs of Brooklyn. Dr. Zora, the leader of Hydra, was very angry about Dr. Gordon's betrayal, so he sent Crossbones to deal with Dr. Gordon. Crossbones, whose real name is Brock Rumlow, was a student of the Master of Mimicry and was once the right-hand man of the Red Skull. After the Red Skull mysteriously disappeared, to guard the Soul Gem, he served Dr. Zora. Although Crossbones has no superpowers, he has first-class fighting skills and has defeated Captain America many times. Crossbones came to Dr. Gordon's base and started a killing spree. Why? Zora said, you betrayed the organization. I didn't betray the organization. I have been here doing my best to train cyborg warriors for the organization. It was that bastard Zora who framed me. Sorry, I only obey Zora. As for whether you were framed or not, you can go and argue with God yourself, Crossbones said, and punched Dr. Gordon's head. Crossbones copied all of Dr. Gordon's experimental data from the computer in the secret base, and then placed a bomb to completely blow up the entire secret base. When the police arrived at the scene, there was only a large area of ruins and dozens of charred corpses in front of them. Lu Nian accidentally lost a strong enemy. For Lu Nian, this is a good thing, although Lu Nian had never heard of Dr. Gordon's name from beginning to end. Uncle Frank drove the Knight 15 around New York City and returned to the villa. As soon as Lu Nian and Uncle Frank entered the house, the doorbell of the villa rang. Lu Nian, is your friend here? Lu Nian shrugged. I have no friends. Is it your friend, Uncle Frank? Uncle Frank shook his head. I have no friends either. Let's open the door and see. Lu Nian walked to the gate and saw a man wearing a black windbreaker and sunglasses. Who are you? Are you Lu Nian? Yes, that's you. What do you want from me? Of course, I'm going to kill you. The man suddenly pulled out a pistol from the inner pocket of his black windbreaker and fired wildly at Lu Nian. It was obvious that the man didn't know that Lu Nian had the superpower of dodging. Lu Nian dodged all the bullets with incredible speed. The man in the windbreaker opened his mouth in fear when he saw this scene, but he didn't hesitate and quickly started to change bullets. Lu Nian didn't give him a second chance to shoot. Lu Nian opened the door, rushed to the side of the man in the windbreaker, and punched him in the stomach. The man in the windbreaker instantly foamed at the mouth and fell down. With this little strength, you dare to assassinate me? Pa! Lu Nian carried the man in the windbreaker back to the villa. Lu Nian, who is this? I seemed to hear gunshots just now. Yes, gunshots. This guy is here to assassinate me. Uncle Frank heard this and immediately looked nervous. Lu Nian, who wants to assassinate you? Lu Nian shook his head. I don't know. I'll go interrogate him. Uncle Frank picked up the man in the windbreaker with a fierce look on his face. Lu Nian hurriedly shouted at Uncle Frank's back. Uncle Frank, be careful. Don't get killed. Uncle Frank carried the man in the windbreaker to the basement of the villa. In addition to the garage in the basement of the villa, there is also an independent small room, which is now used as a temporary interrogation room by Uncle Frank. As a former captain of the Marine Corps, Uncle Frank is naturally very good at interrogating intelligence. As long as he does not use legal means, Uncle Frank can get the information he wants in minutes. Tell me, who sent you here? No one. Haha, you know what? I like people like you who are tough the most, Uncle Frank said, and broke one of the men in the windbreaker's fingers without any hesitation. Ah! The man in the windbreaker screamed immediately because his fingers were connected to his heart. Tell me, who sent you here? I'll tell you, it's the president of the 4 Stars Club. 4 Stars Club? The 4 Stars Club seemed to have happened a long time ago. More than 2 months ago, Lu Nian and Uncle Frank jointly assassinated the vice president of the 4 Stars Club, which triggered a war between the Black Feather Gang and the New York police, and finally led to Director Conan launching Thunder Operation against the gangs in Brooklyn. The 4 Stars Club was lucky to survive the Thunder Operation. After the 4 Stars Club recovered, they resented Lu Nian and Uncle Frank after learning the whole story. Because the vice president of the 4 Stars Club died at the hands of Lu Nian became the priority target for revenge. Chapter 273 Killing at the Door. All things are difficult at the beginning. After the man in the windbreaker uttered the first sentence, the interrogation was like spilling beans. Uncle Frank didn't have to worry about it. The man in the windbreaker confessed everything he should and shouldn't say. So, the president of the 4 Star Club paid you to kill Lu Nian? Yes. Yes. Very good. The man in the windbreaker asked in a crying voice. I have said everything I should say. Can you let me go now? Uncle Frank sneered and said. Haha, let you go? Let you assassinate Lu Nian again? No, no, no. I won't dare to do it again. I swear to God, since you have done something wrong, you have to pay the price. After Uncle Frank finished speaking, he took out professional tools and walked to the side of the man in the windbreaker. A few minutes later, Uncle Frank returned to the hall of the villa. Uncle Frank, did that guy say anything? Haha, how could I fail if I take action? Who sent him? The 4 Star Club. The 4 Star Club? Are the people in the 4 Star Club crazy? They actually sent someone to assassinate me? Who knows? They may not know how terrible you are. After all, there are many things that the people in the 4 Star Club cannot find out. Uncle Frank, let's go to the 4 Star Club for our first business after returning to New York. Lu Nian, what do you want? It's impolite not to reciprocate. Uncle Frank, let's just go to their door and kill them. I want to see if the people in the 4 Star Club have the ability to stop us. Haha. Simple and crude. Uncle supports you. Uncle Frank, do you have any information about the 4 Star Club? Not yet, but information is something that can be obtained at any time when you want it. Lu Nian saw that Uncle Frank was full of confidence, and he immediately understood. Uncle Frank must have his own source of information, just like Lu Nian had number 1 as his backing. This time, Lu Nian did not plan to ask number 1 for help. It's just dealing with a gangster. It's no big deal. After experiencing one terrifying opponent after another, Lu Nian is no longer afraid of ordinary gangsters in New York. Uncle Frank changed his clothes and went out to get information about the Four-Star Society, while Lu Nian stayed at home to sleep in. Uncle Frank returned to the villa at around 5 in the afternoon. Uncle Frank walked in and saw Lu Nian still lying on the sofa to sleep in. Lu Nian, get up. Lu Nian opened his eyes sleepily. Uncle Frank, you're back. Yawned Tilda. You're so lazy. Sleep at home all afternoon. Nothing to do. Uncle Frank, how is it? Did you get the information about the Four-Star Society? Haha, how could an uncle go out and come back empty-handed? I got it. Lu Nian immediately became energetic when he heard this, and sat up from the sofa. Uncle Frank told Lu Nian the information he had obtained in detail. Lu Nian, have you made up your mind? Of course. It's just the Four-Star Club. I don't take it seriously at all. Okay. Then let's start preparing carefully. Uncle Frank, we're going to kill a lot of people tonight and turn the Four-Star Club headquarters upside down. Lu Nian, you've changed, huh? If it were the old you, you would definitely sneak in quietly, kill the president of the Four-Star Club, and then leave quietly without implicating other people. Lu Nian was stunned for a few seconds when he heard this. Uncle Frank, people change. Besides, the people in the Four-Star Society are all gang members. They must have done a lot of bad things in their daily lives. I killed them all to get rid of harm to the people. Uncle Frank patted Lu Nian on the shoulder and said seriously, Lu Nian, no matter what you think, your uncle will support you unconditionally. Thank you, Uncle Frank. You prepare dinner now. I'll go out and find an acquaintance to buy a batch of arms. M16 and Browning pistols again? Haha. I'm glad to know. I'm used to them and I can't adapt to other guns. Uncle Frank, then buy me an M4. Huh? I'll use M4 in the future. Are you sure? Sure. Okay. What kind of pistol do you want? The same as Uncle Frank, a Browning pistol. Okay. Do you have any other equipment requirements? Uncle Frank, if possible, prepare some heavy weapons. What heavy weapons? Like heavy machine guns, bazookas, etc. What are you going to do? Uncle Frank, didn't you say you wanted to put it on the Night 15? Have you forgotten? Are you really going to turn the Night 15 into a tank? It's useless if you don't use it. Okay, all up to you. Then I'll go make dinner. Okay, I'll be back soon. Lu Nian and Uncle Frank went their separate ways. Lu Nian went to the kitchen to start making dinner, while Uncle Frank drove the Night 15 to buy weapons. Uncle Frank was very efficient and came back in less than 40 minutes. When Lu Nian came to the hall, he saw brand new M16, M4, Browning pistols, switchblades, and bulletproof vests. There were also thousands of 5.56 bullets next to them. I installed the newly bought M249 heavy machine gun directly on the Night 15. Yeah, Lu Nian responded casually, then grabbed the M4 and started playing with it. Lu Nian, you haven't played with guns for a long time, so M4 is not bad. It's better to practice using one gun than to play with all kinds of guns. Yes, I know. I will use M4 exclusively in the future. This villa is very big. I will set up a simple shooting range in the backyard for you to practice shooting. Okay. Lu Nian, is dinner ready? It's ready a long time ago. Grilled steak with mashed potatoes and vegetable salad. Good. Just hearing the name of the dish makes me drool. Lu Nian, after we have eaten and drunk enough, we will have a big fight in the evening. Yes, I want to make the people of the Four-Star Club regret offending me. After Lu Nian finished speaking, a gleam of brilliance flashed in his eyes. The headquarters of the Four-Star Club is located in the harbor area of Brooklyn, near the Hudson River. At this moment, the president of the Four-Star Club felt very irritated. This morning, the president of the Four-Star Club personally contacted a killer to assassinate Lu Nian, but up to now, there has been no news from the killer. This unreliable guy. Is Lu Nian dead or alive now? At least give me a reply. The president of the Four-Star Club didn't know that the poor killer was now drinking tea and chatting with the old man god. Moreover, Lu Nian and Uncle Frank were about to kill him. At 10:30 that night, Uncle Frank drove the Night 15 and Lu Nian to the headquarters building of the Four-Star Club. A big battle is about to come. Chapter 274. Fighting all the way in. Lu Nian had an M4 in his hand, and Uncle Frank had an M16 in his hand. The two looked at each other and nodded. The next second, the two got out of the car at the same time and walked towards the gate of the 4-Star Club. This time, Lu Nian and Uncle Frank did not intend to disguise themselves. They wanted to come to the door openly for revenge. In the previous actions, Lu Nian and Uncle Frank's purpose was to punish evil and promote good, so they did not want to implicate innocent people. The theme of this action is revenge. Lu Nian and Uncle Frank will never show mercy to those enemies who provoke them. In the surveillance of the 4-Star Club headquarters, two guys wearing black windbreakers, black hats, masks on their faces, and holding rifles appeared. D.A. Uncle Frank fired 2 consecutive accurate bursts at the door lock of the gate, breaking the electronic lock. The two pushed the door open and entered. On the top floor of the 4-Star Club headquarters, a 4-Star Club security guard rushed into the president's residence in a panic. "President, something terrible has happened. Why are you panicking? Is there anyone who dares to break into the 4-Star Club headquarters?" President is indeed very good at predicting things. "There are 2 people outside who are trying to break into the 4-Star Club headquarters." "What? Question mark. Who is so bold?" "I don't know. They are wearing masks and hats, covering their faces, so we can't see." "Waste. Why don't you just go and get rid of them?" "Yes, President, we'll go now." Lu Nian and Uncle Frank began to prepare for the round-robin battle. This is the headquarters building of the 4-Star Club. The members of the 4-Star Club are like a tide, attacking Lu Nian and Uncle Frank wave after wave. However, the 2 men with guns in their hands were not worried. Lu Nian and Uncle Frank killed anyone who stood in their way and soon arrived at the 2nd floor of the 4-Star Club headquarters. "President, something terrible has happened. The enemy has already reached the 2nd floor of the headquarters." "Useless. Send more people to deal with them. We cannot let them come to me." "Yes, President." Lu Nian and Uncle Frank began to face attacks from various weapons: pistols, submachine guns, rifles, sniper rifles. The 4-Stars Club took out all their assets to deal with Lu Nian and Uncle Frank. However, the result of doing so was futile. Lu Nian was in front, Uncle Frank was behind, and the 2 of them were invincible all the way. All the bullets fired at Lu Nian were dodged by Lu Nian's superpower of dodging. Uncle Frank was behind Lu Nian, attacking willfully. Uncle Frank's marksmanship was beyond doubt. With every shot, the enemy was either dead or disabled. 20 minutes later, Lu Nian and Uncle Frank arrived at the 3rd floor of the 4-Stars Club headquarters. "President, something terrible has happened. The enemy has reached the 3rd floor of the headquarters." "Waste. Waste. You bunch of waste. There are only 2 people on the other side. Why can't you deal with them with so many people?" "President, the enemy is too strong. It seems to be a superpower." "Superpower? Asshole. Who offended the superpower? Check it out for me immediately. After finding out, take him to the superpower to plead guilty." "Yes, President." Another half an hour later, Lu Nian and Uncle Frank reached the 5th floor of the 4-Star Club headquarters. The 4-Star Club headquarters has only 6 floors in total. Lu Nian and Uncle Frank are now only 1 floor away from their enemy. But at this time, an unexpected scene happened. The security captain of the 4-Star Club headquarters, escorting the president of the 4-Star Club, appeared in front of Lu Nian and Uncle Frank. The security captain threw down the gun in his hand and shouted at Lu Nian and Uncle Frank, "Dear Mr. Psychic, please stop fighting. We surrender." "I'm sorry, we don't accept your surrender." "Stop, we really give up resistance." The guy kneeling on the ground is the president of our 4-Star Club. "We are willing to hand him over to you. We only ask you to spare our lives." Lu Nian and Uncle Frank looked at each other and felt that the other's behavior was a bit funny. At this time, the president of the 4-Star Club cursed, "You bunch of traitors, shameless traitors. I am so nice to you on weekdays, but at the critical moment, you dare to stab me in the back. You shall not die happier." "President, this is all your fault. We just asked, and the psychic on the opposite side is here to seek revenge on you." "It is you who offended the psychic. Didn't you just say that as long as we find out who offended the psychic, we will bring him to the psychic to apologize?" "We are doing this now just to follow your orders." "Traitors, you bunch of shameless traitors. Do you think that if you hand me over, They will let you go? Don't dream. They will kill you all. During the infighting in the 4-Star Club, Lu Nian and Uncle Fran began to discuss in a low voice what to do next. Lu Nian, what should we do? Should we accept their surrender? Uncle Fran, what do you think? There's no point in fighting any further. We've killed enough people. Uncle Fran, do you mean to let them go? Lu Nian, you should make the decision. After all, it was the 4 stars who sent someone to assassinate you first, and you are the protagonist of this matter. Lu Nian pondered for a moment and said slowly, then let's kill them all. Lu Nian, are you sure? Well, didn't Uncle Fran often teach me before, if you don't remove the grass at the root, it will grow again in the spring breeze? Yes, I said this. I don't want people to think about me every day. So, let's get rid of them once and for all. Uncle Fran didn't say anything, but nodded heavily. Seeing that Lu Nian and Uncle Fran didn't respond, the security captain shouted again at the top of his voice, Dear Mr. Psychic, can you let us go? He was answered by a bullet. Bang! Uncle Fran shot into the heart. A bullet accurately hit the forehead of the security captain. The security captain fell to the ground. The president of the 4-Star Club took advantage of the chaos and shouted, You idiots! Did you see that? They are going to kill you all. Let me go. We will live and die with the 4-Star Club. Ah! A security guard was stunned for a second, and immediately stepped forward to untie the president. But the next second, he was shot and sent to play cards with the security captain. The blood spurted from the security guard's body, splashing all over the president's face. Seeing this, the president immediately gave an order, It's already this time, why are you still hiding it? Hurry up and take out that thing, otherwise, we will all be finished tonight. Hearing the president's words, several members of the 4-Star Club couldn't help but tremble all over. President, we have no control over that thing. If we are not careful, we may kill ourselves. Chapter 275 Alien Weapons. The president shouted at the top of his lungs, I can't care about so much now. Even if I die, I will take those 2 bastards with me. Hurry and bring it out for me. A member of the 4-Star Club gritted his teeth and stamped his feet, saying, I'll get that thing. You cover me. In the headquarters of the 4-Star Club, there is a weapon of alien civilization. About 50 years ago, a race called the Kree came to Earth and began to study the Earthlings. The Kree conducted a series of experiments on the Earthlings, and the product of the experiments was the Inhumans. Everyone in the Inhumans is born with superpowers. The Kree later left the Earth, but the Inhumans have survived to this day. Later, the Kree accuser Ronan came to Earth and wanted to recruit the Inhumans for his own use, but was strongly resisted by the Inhumans. A fierce conflict broke out between the two sides. In the end, the accuser Ronan fled the Earth in embarrassment with his men. It was in that battle that Ronan brought the Kree weapons. Some of them were left on Earth. The 4 stars were lucky enough to pick up a Kree weapon, but ordinary Earthlings cannot control Kree weapons at all. When they first got the weapon, the president of the 4 stars wanted to test the power of the weapon. As a result, during that weapon test, at least 1/3 of the members of the 4 stars were killed on the spot by the weapon. The powerful energy released by the weapon turned the user into ashes on the spot. There was no grass growing around the user. Since then, the weapon has been locked in the warehouse of the 4 stars, and no one has asked for it. Uncle Frank, do they have any more cards in their hands? I don't know, but I don't think it should be scary, but I have a bad feeling. Uncle Frank, you go first. Lu Nian, are you looking down on me? I don't look down on Uncle Frank. Uncle Frank, go down first and drive the car over. I'll be there soon. Let's stop here for today. Lu Nian. Uncle Frank, go quickly. Okay, be careful. Uncle Frank didn't say anything polite to Lu Nian and left alone. A few minutes later, the weapon was brought over. The appearance of this weapon is transparent cylinder, and in the middle of the cylinder is an unknown orange substance. The president of the 4 Star Club snatched the weapon from his subordinates. Do you think you are great because you are a superpower? Since you want to kill me, I won't let you off easily. At worst, we will die together. At this time, the members of the 4 Star Club around the president began to flee for their lives. In their eyes, this weapon was far more intimidating than Lu Nian and Uncle Frank. Click. The president pressed the switch of the weapon, Zila tilde bang tilde. The weapon quickly began to charge. At this moment, Lu Nian felt a fatal danger. Lu Nian rushed directly towards the president. He wanted to grab the weapon before the weapon was launched, but it was too late. Shoo! An orange laser shot out from the weapon and rushed straight towards Lu Nian. The moment the orange laser appeared, the president of the 4-star club was instantly reduced to ashes. Fuck! Seeing this, Lu Nian could only hope to dodge with his superpowers. However, the attack range of the orange laser was too wide. Although Lu Nian avoided the fate of being hit head-on, he was still affected by the aftermath of the orange laser and was seriously injured. At this moment, Lu Nian seemed to see the god of death waving a scythe and standing in front of him. No, no, no. Lu Nian used the holy light power on himself continuously at the first time, again and again, and did not dare to stop at all. Uncle Frank, who was driving downstairs, suddenly saw a huge orange laser appear on the 5th floor of the 4-star club headquarters. In just a blink of an eye, the entire 5th floor disappeared. The building was originally a 6-story building, but now it has become a 5-story building. Uncle Frank was worried about Lu Nian's safety and immediately rushed into the building to look for Lu Nian. The members of the 4-star club were running out of the building one after another. They still remembered the power of this weapon. When Uncle Frank found Lu Nian's condition was terrible. Although Lu Nian used the holy light power on himself again and again, Lu Nian's injury this time was too severe, and the recovery ability of the holy light power could only be said to be a drop in the bucket. The holy light power only allowed Lu Nian to barely hold on for now, but it could not completely heal the injuries Lu Nian suffered. Uncle Frank was heartbroken when he saw Lu Nian's miserable appearance. Uncle Frank immediately hugged Lu Nian back to 915 and drove away from the scene. Uncle Frank took Lu Nian directly to the best hospital in New York. The doctor saw Lu Nian's injuries and shook his head. "I'm sorry, we can't do anything. This patient's life is almost gone. I advise you to prepare for his funeral as soon as possible." Uncle Frank immediately exploded. Uncle Frank took out a pistol, pointed it at the doctor's head and said, "You are talking nonsense. You must cure him immediately, otherwise, I will never let you go." "Family member of this patient, I advise you to calm down. I can understand your mood, but you can't solve any problems in your current state. You should listen to me and go home early to prepare for his funeral." After the doctor finished speaking, he patted Uncle Frank on the shoulder to comfort him. Quack. After Uncle Frank finished scolding, he hugged Lu Nian and left the hospital. Shortly after Uncle Frank and Lu Nian left the 4-star club headquarters building, several black SUVs stopped outside the building. "Boss, we're here." According to intelligence, abnormal energy fluctuations were indeed detected there just now. "Boss, don't worry, we will definitely prevent any disasters from happening. I have always trusted you, Coulson." After the communication ended, Agent Coulson led several SHIELD agents to investigate the building. These people were SHIELD agents who came here to investigate under the order of Nick Fury. Finally, they successfully found the Kari's weapon in the ruins. "Boss, we found something. It's a weapon." "Oh, how is the weapon?" "It depends on the situation. This weapon should still be able to be used normally. Bring the weapon back as soon as possible." "Yes, boss." Coulson returned to the SHIELD headquarters with the Kari's weapon. The weapon was quickly taken to the laboratory for analysis and research. On the other side, Uncle Frank drove Lu Nian back home. Lu Nian is now dying. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.